Mud flaps. Hey guys, we're live. We're back. Arcane Adventures in Andromedus. I remember how to do this. It's been 2 weeks. Yeah. So look, usual thing is I'm gonna run through the blurbs. Tell you what we got going on the EC at the moment. Gonna introduce two more players. Then we're gonna start rolling some dice. We might kill them all. We might not. We'll see. First up, just to let you know, you can find our first foray into the world of podcasting wherever you usually get your podcast. It's No Silver Linings, which is by Mark Hargan of Shunnick Games. It's a Call of Cthulhu. It's about 15 episodes there. It is sound engineered by our very own DM Dave, and he has done a phenomenal job there. So please do give that a look there wherever you get your podcast or on our Patreon. There, if you want to get it all in one concise chunk there and support us more directly. You can also catch the Violent Madness returning to EC in its podcast form. That's been returned quite a while now at this stage, so if you don't know about it, where the fuck have you been? Like, go listen to it. Episode 0 will recap the story so far. I believe episode 12 is on all platforms, and episode 13 haven't dropped. I think that's a bit out of date at this stage. I think we're up to episode 14 and 15. I'm not 100%. If someone in chat can let the people know, if they do know, I'd appreciate it. Speaking of the Patreon, it's live. You can head over there, click the link in chat. It's also linked on pretty much all our Discords in our link tree. So if the link in chat isn't fast enough for you, you can go find it there. Depending on the tier you're going to choose, you're going to receive some original monsters, magic items, and maps to use in your games each month, all made by Kate. It's a map here. She does a phenomenal job. You'll probably see some of them starting to appear on this game when they make sense to. They are a theme, so I'd be sitting there looking and not always in line with where I'm doing, but eventually, you know, maybe I'll just find an excuse to send them somewhere. Like hell if we do a hell thing. Kate, please. You'll also get the opportunity to get early access in the podcast. Like I mentioned, you get, I think, about a week early. You get discounts on select items at drive-through-rpg.com. You get shout-outs on stream, and bonus content, as well as discounts on commissions from It's a Map and Liz Shantavi, who is formerly known as Zorbsar, who does all the banner art on our Patreon. There, the rest of the art is, I believe, stock art that is owned and purchased for licensing by people, so it's not all by Zorbsar or this, but quite a lot of it is. Speaking of artists, I'd also like to thank Becca Conley, also known as Quadruple Bacon, who does our art for this stream. She's also done some of the emotes in chat. Becca is amazing. I'm currently working with her on something new for Software Home, which you will see hopefully soon. And yeah, so if you guys need art, I don't think her commissions are open at the moment, but always worth keeping an eye there in that regard. Now, speaking of which, actually, sorry, to come back to the Patreon, we've also added a dollar tier for those who would like to show support but can't stretch to $5 or $10. Look, we're never going to ask you for money, but it's always greatly appreciated when you do support us. There, it lets us keep going. It lets us up the quality of what we do here at EC, provide even better entertainment for you guys. There. So, anyways, if you give it a follow, there is a free monster and magic item. There's also a multitude of free maps from different one-shots that DM Dave has ran. There tends to throw them up there in that for use by the public. So let me kick off with that. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll go over a few of the games that are coming up there after our break here midway through the session. I'm going to get to kind of rotate around the table here and introduce you to our players. So I'm going to go in the order I have them here on our screens. There might not necessarily match the Twitch, but I don't care. I'm going to go directly to my right, which is Kate, or It's a Map here.
Yes, that's me. I'm Kate. It's a map. I make maps, as already Carrie has said. I said that like good at, but however, I'm also the tech person for most of the streams. I think it's like all but 3 a month or something. So they keep me busy here. Tonight I'm playing Kiva Windspear. She wears the robes of a monk, but her serenity is just a mask. Although she hasn't really been that serene, to be fair. She usually just goes in and starts hitting things. Once a trusted weapon of a hidden order, Kiva vanished into obscurity, her name erased, her ties severed. Peace is alive, she tells herself, because deep down she knows the battle is not over.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. Next up, we have the newest addition to the party, Paddy.
Hello, everyone. I am Paddy. And tonight I am playing Buddy Solo, Circle of the Land Druid, level 4 at the moment. Background Hermit, which is the key thing, I suppose. He has been through the mill between the war, losing his family, being an alcoholic for quite some time and falling into a group with these guys and dealing with the rubbish that they're having to put up with and the threat to the world. All he wants to do, like a lot of us, is just get back to the way things were when he was a child. Nice and quiet and nobody pissing him off.
Everybody's going to piss him off, especially his mother-in-law.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, people have seen the endings.
Maybe the plague will sort her. Maybe this thing will sort her.
Maybe it's already sorted. Maybe it's sorted your wife and kids as well.
Oh
you don't know. Next up, we have Freya playing Alara, the newest murderer in the party.
That just took
By
it to her. Yeah, no, she's not a murderer. How dare you? Hello.
Well, according to the Twitch overlay, has two on it right there. We have evidence.
I get to play Alara Duskwood. She is my Draconic Bloodline Sorcerer. She is a half-elf. She has an alignment of neutral good, but as our GM has said, there is a kill counter. We did get to, like, what, 11, 12 episodes before she kills someone?
Well,
11?
This is 13, so 11.
11. She got to 11 without killing anybody, and she had her second kill, which was a mimic, so I don't really count that. So, I mean, I think I'm still only on one.
Mimics are people too.
Are they, though?
You don't know.
No.
You didn't ask his name. You just shot him in the face.
Hey, he attacked first.
You were in his house.
But now I don't know what kind of alignment she is going to be. I don't know if it's going to change.
We'll see. Alignment is an ever-shifting thing. I don't put too much stock in actually what you put on your sheets. It's more about how you act and who you are as a person. I think it's vague. Next up, we have Cian playing Arthur Kane, if that is his real name. It is. He didn't come up with an alias.
Yeah. That was the main issue with reason why he had to put on a stupid accent, and still has to put on a stupid accent when talking to people, is he never changed his name. Hi, I'm Cian. I'm playing Arthur, a man cursed with curiosity. So much fucking curiosity that it's going to get him killed. And he fully understands that.
Yeah, indeed. Next up, last but certainly not least, we have VPI playing Max, the definitely not copyrighted character.
Nope, never is. Never is, never will be. Yeah, I was going to start a Patreon, but I can't afford to pay people to take my stuff, so not going to bother. Hi, VPI, obviously, because you just said that. I'm playing Max, a wonderful barbarian who is just an overall alright kind of guy who occasionally gets a little bit annoyed, but that's just part of his build.
Yeah, quite agree. Yeah, it's an entire class feature. So, just to recap what we have been doing, our party has delved deep into the tomb of Rurik Emberdeep, a dwarven hero of sorts, who is known for stuff you don't actually know yet, because you haven't gotten the full lore reveal. You might eventually. They're made their way through. They found some weird, mysterious symbols that point directly to the group of Shalgruzar. Cue echoey, whispery noises that I can't do on command. And basically, shit has gone south. They got electrocuted. They've murdered some goblins, especially Alara, looking at you. It was murder in your case. The rest was self-defense. And yeah, they've slayed some mimics, found very minimal amounts of loot because they didn't really search. And now they're trying to drag a chain across an open door to see if a number of goblins will trip. And that is where we left off last session. Now, I'm going to ask, it was Buddy and Arthur that had attempted that, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, could you both make a stealth check for me, just to see if you're noticed doing the chain?
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I shouldn't be getting that excited about that.
Okay, that's not too bad. Not too shabby.
Yeah, you
20.
Yeah, you managed to get it out, and like the chain has been recently oiled, so it's not sticking. There's no rust to make it creak and bend in weird ways. It drags. So you managed to get it out there. Now, have you opened the door yet?
No, I don't think. No.
No, I don't.
You're kind of in a position where you are that you can't necessarily reach. Like the door is about 5 feet away. So like if somebody wants to open the door and then come back, or if you want.
Why can I
Feel
not
free.
see? Let me see. Oh yeah.
Maybe on the right map.
Does it sound like the
Yeah,
goblins are coming this way? Or maybe we could make a noise so they come this way
You
and then they'd fall
are
over.
over the other side of the room, so you probably can't shoot it here through a solid stone door.
Well, we had heard that there was something in there, and it was people talking or things talking.
That was in the
Goblins.
room that you're currently in. You then murdered those
Okay.
goblins fairly quickly.
But
But-
then we heard somebody in the next room, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was
Oh,
why
you
That's
had
we.
why
actually,
the
yeah. Sorry,
chain.
you had indeed. Yeah, you're correct.
So then
Um,
maybe if we make a noise here, guys, they'll come in here and you can trip them up.
Well, that's the plan.
Well, who's making the noise? I'm not at all worried that the turn order has come up.
Mm-hmm.
What? I'm just rolling in, so I don't have to when it does happen.
Just go caw or something. Become a bird.
Hey, Boots, get in here.
Who did that the Zoom cut out a bit on me?
That was me.
Okay, Arthur,
Going,
can
hey,
you,
gits, get in here.
are you doing it in like a goblin-y voice?
Yeah,
Can you roll a performance check for me, please?
yeah.
This is just to see whether they actually believe you're a goblin.
Nice.
Yes, they do.
What did you get? I'm just rolling initiatives.
That's a 21.
Yeah, they believe you're a goblin.
So do we now.
Yeah, you hear that and you're like, oh, wait a second. It sounded eerily like the goblin that was like just murdered. And yeah, you hear her coming back. He's like, oh, you're bossing me around. Oh, I'll fucking show you. I'll fucking rip your leg off. And then in comes a guy running.
Shit.
He goes.
Can
God,
we?
get out of the way, quick. I
Door
can-
opens. He does not see the fucking chain, and I'm gonna need a dex check.
DC 20.
You don't get to set the DC. That's not how this works. That's my abilities.
They'd have put it up a little bit higher. You could have clotheslined them.
Can you both give me a strength check?
Ugh.
Right.
Just as you pull the chain tight.
I would say that's a strength save. Apologies.
Are you proficient in strength?
No.
Yeah, if you have a flat 0, it's the same roll, so that's fine.
Oh, never mind, so
Um,
it's 9
Just
now.
straight,
Yeah.
straight. I can't argue for athletics. No.
You can, yeah.
Oh, nice. Come on.
I mean the same.
21.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Or 7 if we use the initial roll, but I'll be nice. And yeah, I will say he's going to have to make a strength check himself against the average, which is, well, the highest, which is 21. So, yeah. Fails entirely. The goblin trips over as you kind of pull a taut at his ankles, catches, he goes up and over. He is knocked prone. I'm going to need you all to roll initiative. Both Buddy and Arthur will get to act as a surprise round on this goblin as well.
Oh, dear God.
Where am I?
Let me change the music to.
Whoops, I moved myself by accident.
I need some new battle music. If anyone in chat has suggestions, let me know. But I'll stick with the old classic Witch Mountain for now.
Which
Oh,
mountain?
wow, that's
That
the
mountain.
worst.
Oh, that mountain. Good. It's a good mountain.
I will
It is a good
say if Max wants, if it's all right with Carrick, if Max wants the surprise instead of Buddy for this round.
Unfortunately, it's the people pulling the chains.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
It's because you guys took the action to catch them. So you'll get to act against this goblin.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, I am going to very surprisingly stab him.
Stab him. Yeah, roll do.
Yeah.
You have advantage, he's prone.
14.
Let me check. Miss. Even with the advantage and he's prone, you just kind of stab. You actually catch one of the links of the chain as it kind of pulls
Do I
back towards
do I
Buddy.
have any boons?
You have
I've
one.
none.
You can. Yeah.
I've one?
Yeah.
If
I've
if you
two.
want to use it now, you won.
Fuck it. It seems like a waste not to.
Just a reminder to chat, boons are how you can influence the game. It's 3,000 channel points to give a player a d4 they can add to a roll. You can also spend 100 bits to heal a player by 1d4, a maximum of 2d4 per player per round. And then you can also gift a sub to give an inspiration or subscribe yourself. Or if you give 5 subs, regardless of the number of the party, they all get inspiration.
So it's an 18 hit.
An 18 will hit.
Okay, that is 15
Right.
piercing
What
damage.
does it look like as you execute this goblin you tripped?
I feel like as it's tripping, I just take the sword out and like hit it right between the ears and pull it out. It dies before it even falls to the ground.
Yeah. And right, that is it for your surprise reaction. Buddy, what are you doing?
It's dead now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You can still like take your movement and stuff.
Okay, so what am I aware of at the moment? Because
What can
there
you
is one.
see?
Oh yeah, there's half a guy down there.
Yeah, sorry, I was still bringing up. I realized there's still on the token there.
Okay. I'm going to.
I'm missing a guy. Oh, I deleted him by accident. Oh, 1 second, guys.
Yeah. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. Oh, it's a little bit slow on me to save them. Bear with me. Oh, there's a couple of guys. And then the one to my left, you can still hear me, Carrick.
I can, yeah. Sorry, I just had
Yeah.
accidentally deleted him from the map when I was moving his layer, so I'm just putting him back.
I'm gonna go with a sling attack.
Yep, roll to hit.
15.
On which guy?
This guy here, the one to the north, south, east, west.
Yeah, 15 is just below what you needed, unfortunately.
Oh, do you know what? I will use a boom because I've got 2. Oh, 1. So that just gets it, does it?
Yeah, exactly.
Does it?
There, AC is 16. These are goblin bodyguards.
Nice. And then let's see what we get. So 6 bludgeoning damage to him.
Yep, you crack him across the head with a rock. He does not look happy, but he's had worse.
Nice. And
He starts
then
cursing. Do you speak goblin?
I don't.
Okay,
No,
you
I don't.
don't know exactly what he says, but what language do you speak?
I speak Elvish, Dwarvish, Druidic, Gnomish, Common.
There are a few words in there in common that I will not repeat on stream. He has insulted you quite badly,
Yeah.
but it's mostly goblin.
I just get the slingshot. Like it's not like one of these ones, you know, it's the swing and biblical type thing. And I just like with a towel, just rub it between my legs and just kind of flick it rudely in his gesture, in his direction.
Yeah,
And
just
then
flick
I-
your ball sweat out. I get it.
I step back in here.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can certainly do it. Yeah. So we're gonna go into the turn order proper now. So up next is Arthur. After the surprise.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna take out my bow and shoot this guy there. The only person I see, to be honest.
This guy.
Yeah.
The one that just got hit with the rock.
Yeah, is he dead or not?
No, he's alive. He's just
He's like,
been hit with a
Yeah.
rock.
yeah, that's seems perfectly good reason to hit him. I'm gonna take what's it called again? Steady aim, so that I get advantage on this.
You can certainly do that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 16.
Yeah.
That hits perfect.
It's exactly what you needed. And
So that is 19 damage.
now, that is going to do it. Yeah, you kill this guy. You kind of crack him, and there the arrow kind of sinks in, right where the rock is dented in on the helmet. The arrow kind of just pierces through that and sinks in, and that is him dead as a doornail. Rep, the music is playing on our end, I think, unless Kiva wants to refresh the roll 20 here. Okay, sorry. Is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn. There's not much else I can do.
Okay, buddy, you're up.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, sorry,
I
one
was
second,
re-
let me just...
I was reading chat. My apologies.
You are fully fine. I appreciate that people do that. Oh, yes, yeah. These guys just
So-
all roll the same initiative. Okay, that's what's up.
Okay, so there's one more guy that I can see. So I'm gonna do this
Yes.
pretty much the same thing again. I'm gonna sorry
This
that
guy,
my
is it?
token's a little bit slow today. Step back in with 15 feet of movement. And there's a guy on the altar.
Guy on the altar. There's a few guys in here actually. You can hear goblins cheering away, laughing
Yeah.
almost.
He looks a bit more. Where are we? Okay. And
I will say that's not an altar. That is a coffin that he stood on top. Think Gimli in the tomb in Moria. He just stood there waving his. I believe he has a staff.
okay. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam right on top of that guy that you've just
On the
shown
altar?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, he is going to respond to that. I think. Does he have a reaction?
I'll click it just because I'm casting it anyways.
Doesn't. No. Okay. Yep. Drop it.
So that's gonna land on top of him and the coffin, I suppose.
Yes.
If that makes any difference. And then 12 radiant damage.
Okay. So he's going to make a con save.
Save for
That's
half, I
an 8,
believe.
so he fails that. He's going to take 12 points of radiant damage. Yeah, he doesn't look best and pleased, but he's going to hit worse.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna step back
Okay.
to here.
Yep, by all means, go for it. Max, you are up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you speak Goblin by any chance?
I don't.
No, okay.
I barely speak English.
Oh, good, because they speak Common. and English isn't a language here.
That's good. This one in front of me is dead now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't put the X on. He is
Because-
very dead. They
Just want to make sure. Yeah, okay.
Get a nice
So-
satisfying X on top of him.
Actually, I need to refresh my Roll20 because it doesn't match what is happening.
Does that sometimes?
No, because Buddy's not there anymore. Right, hold on. Stand by.
Buddy is still by the door, if that's what you're.
Is he? No, he's
Yeah,
not.
the stream is a bit behind.
Oh yeah,
Stream's
oh, he's
generally
moved
about
back.
10 to,
That's all
10
right.
to 20 seconds behind.
That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. What's in this door? Let's have a look. Ha ha ha. Let me move
You
up here.
see-
5, 10, 20 feet.
A fancy goblin? I don't know if you can see into the corner. You see?
Oh
what
yeah,
you
just
see?
about.
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a
just
goblin there that seems to be tinkering away with something in its back pocket, laughing maniacally. And then this goblin here has a big axe. Or some. Is it an axe?
Hmm.
Well, Azar has an axe. I don't think he actually has an axe. No, he has scimitars and diamonds.
That's do not a lot. So I've moved 20. 5, 10. I'm going to move back because I'm out of rages and I can't reach
Where?
anyone or anything. Can I use my action to call out to everyone the positioning of these goblins?
That's a free action. I would say that doesn't take anything. Really.
No,
You can
no.
speak on your turn. You have 6 seconds worth of talking.
I will tell them.
Yeah.
Not quickly because I'm confused. Top left corner, straight up the middle, to the right-ish. Goblin. 6 seconds, done. Hey.
Yep, there you go. If you want, if you're not sure what things you can do with your action there, you can take the dodge action as well, which will give things a disadvantage, or you can hold your attack action if things come close.
I will hold probably a dodge because I don't think they can get close either.
You'd
But
be
they
surprised.
could throw something.
They could. Yeah, that's no worries. You can take the dodge action. It means I think they have disadvantage to hit you. So
Yeah, I'll do that.
well, first would have been the Goblin Bodyguard, but he's dead. So next is going to be the Goblin Bodyguard that's behind you, but he's also dead. And third is the other Goblin Bodyguard. I rolled their initiative all individually, and they all got 10s. So yeah, he is going to go. I think he has the nimble feature. He does, so he can bonus action dash, so he can get right up to you, Max. And he's going to use his... Yeah, actually, he's 40 foot of speed. He doesn't need to do that. So he can get there without using his action. So what he's going to do is he's going to make a scimitar attack at you. There, disadvantage because you are taking the dodge action. So
Dodge.
It's going to be... Does 15 hit?
No.
What's your AC?
17.
17. I'm not going to use a boon. He's going to disengage using nimble escape.
Scumbag.
Actually, he doesn't have enough movement. Yeah, no, he doesn't have enough movement. So yeah, he's not going to do anything there. He's going to stay where he is. Next up is the dead person. The Goblin Shaman. Now he is going to do something nasty. He doesn't particularly give two fucks about his fellow goblins, personally. And what he is going to do is, first of all, take damage from Moonbeam, I believe, if he starts his turn. Is that correct, Paddy?
Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of rolled it when I cast it, so I would assume...
It was 12, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he would have taken his damage then.
Yeah.
So it's already kind of factored in. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Get out of the Moonbeam, so he's not staying in that. He's not mad. And... what I can do...
Oh, where's my thing?
Could do that. Well, now, gonna cast Erupting Earth in the room. So let me just chuck that into chat. It's a 3rd level spell he has just dropped. Paddy, you may recognize that as it's a bit of a druidy kind of magic. So, which is a point you can see on the ground within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point. Each creature in that area must take a dexterity save or take 3d12 bludgeoning. The ground will also become difficult terrain. So, 20-foot radius. He centers that linger. He's going to do it here. Looking to get the 3 of you, and it's his bodyguard for a reason. He does not give two shits if it does. So I'm going to need a DC 12 dexterity saving throw from all of you, please. You will get advantage on this, Max, because of your danger sense.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Another fucking nat 20.
Paddy, turn off macro, please. Yeah, you all save, so you will take half of that damage.
Great.
So that is 7 damage each.
Oh, 7. Okay.
I am still standing.
And the ground is...
Yes.
You are, but the ground is difficult terrain now. So you have half movement speed within that blue square.
Is that concentration?
Rep, thank you for jumping in and dropping in the boon, and thanks for lurking. We appreciate the support. As always, man. Kiva, you are up. You see the ground now just erupt and rubble and rocks fly everywhere. You've seen goblins do this before. And back at the camp there where you...
Are you cut out for me there? I don't know.
Yeah, same.
I just heard at the camp. That's
No,
as far as I got.
yeah, sorry, I think I beat from accident there. I was straightening it. You've seen this before, the goblins using this spell. You know that when it's quite hard to maneuver in the area that the spell activates in, so you will be aware that you'd be slowed down moving through it.
Okie doke. Well, I am going to first move to here. See what I can see.
It's essentially like all the tiles have shattered upwards, so it's just like sharp bladed ground nearly.
Okay. I'm going to use my, if I get my character sheet, Step of the Wind. No, wait, that's not what I want.
That
Master
is
of the
your
Wind? What's the one I can move? Hold on, I'm sorry.
Step of the Wind is your dash. Is your extra dash for key points?
But is there not one that I can?
I believe it's
maybe
Step of the Wind.
Yeah, I don't see.
What is it you're specifically trying to do?
To move me somewhere else, but I think it must be in a higher level that I noticed it.
That will be Step of the Wind.
So Step of the Wind, like, can teleport me?
That's Misty Step you're thinking of, maybe?
Misty
for teleport, but
Step's what
Step
I'm
of the Wind
thinking.
lets you dash.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I have a ruling with Step of the Wind that because other classes all get the ability, like that have the ability to dash, can do it as a free action. I tend, or as a bonus action without spending a resource. I tend to kind of allow that for monks as well because I do think it's a bit of a waste of key otherwise.
Okay. But I'll lose half my movement in this stuff.
You will. I'm actually just making it more clear as to where it is now without having the blue on the screen. So if you just give me 1 sec here. Yeah, you'll be at half speed because you have to kind of watch your foot because otherwise you might,
Okay, so
step
10
on something else.
foot
It's
to get
anything within that
blue
blue square.
So 10 foot to there, and then I have 35 left, which half is just over 15. So which is
Around the nearest 5. So I'd
Your
say 20
buddy?
feet.
kind of in the kind
Yeah,
of
you
in
can
the
get right
middle
into
of
the fray
everybody.
there if you want.
Would I be able to kind of put myself here so I can shoot an arrow at the
Yeah,
goblin
you had 2.5 feet of extra movement, so that's fine.
Okay, cool.
I will say, because that doorway is quite crowded with Max's pretty large frame and there's a goblin in there that's quite a large goblin, you will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
That's exactly what you needed, though. You're hitting for 8 points of damage, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, he's going to take that. He is not happy.
And that's all I can really do for now.
Okay, so out of the corner of the room, you hear more goblinoid screeching as that's the wrong type of measure tool. It's a line. As this guy's going to come running to here. And then he can't really do much else except for the fact that he's going to hold his action that if somebody comes through the door, he's going to shoot his short bow at them. But you don't know that because you can't see him. You don't have line of sight. Next up is the Alchemist. So this Goblin Alchemist in the corner has been cackling away the last minute or two so as he's been brewing something nasty up for you. Let me just have a quick look here. Check the rulings of this. Okay, so he is going to move to here. He's going to get to here, and then he's going to... Yep, you can get that. He's going to use his double lob ability. That is a recharge of a 5 or a 6, so if he survives this round, you guys are going to need to roll a d6 for me. So he can throw 2 ranged weapon attacks. He has 2 ranged weapons. First up is his Tangle Web. So he's going to chuck a web there. So a creature must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be restrained by sticky web-like adhesive. As an action, the restrained creature can make a DC 11 strength check. Escaping from the Tangle Web on a success. The creep effect ends if the web is destroyed. And blah, blah, blah. Has 10 AC, 5 hit points, resistance to bludgeoning damage, and immunity to poison and psychic damage. So he is aiming that at yourself, Kiva. Just an over the head lob. So it's a 19 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Yeah, so I need a DC 11 strength save, please.
$22.
You save, you are still covered in webs, however, they don't manage to attach it to the ground. He's going to follow that up with something a bit nastier. Goblin Molotov.
Mean.
That's a 22.
Yes, that hits.
So, yeah, you catch fire. You're going to take...
This is fine.
You take 1d10 points of fire damage now. It's 5. You'll take 5 points of fire damage at the end of your next turn unless you use your action to extinguish it. Another person can also use their action to extinguish it.
Okay.
So you are lit up. So it's like he set you up with the webs. The webs are clearly made out of some flammable substance, and he just fucks this like it looks like goblin spirits. You smell it immediately. Look, Kiva likes her drink. You smell it immediately. You're like, this is cheap shit, disgusting booze, and he has just used it to set me on fire. Fuck this.
Awesome. I'm gonna
And you
smell
are
bad.
up in flames. It stinks.
Nice.
And like burning hair never smells good anyways, but burning hair and bad alcohol.
And webs.
Alara, yeah, and the webs, they smell gross. Alara, you are up.
Yeah, Lara doesn't want to move.
You just seen Kiva burst into flames.
Yeah, I know, but she doesn't want to kill anyone anymore. She's very sad. Okay.
Lads, I think your plan backfired. The
5,
door became a choke
10,
point for you guys, not the goblins.
20, 25, 30. We'll go here.
Yep.
And that goblin at the door was the one that shot Akiva.
No, that one at the door was the one that was attacking Max.
Oh, okay.
This guy here.
Ah, I see. I can only kind of see that one.
That guy here is the one
Oh.
who's throwing stuff.
Bastard. Okay. Well, we're gonna be very bold, and then do our magic missile at the guy in the door that I can see, because she got scared and she's like freaking out. Roll, Mr. Dice. Oh wow.
4 points of force. You do 3 darts, so you can roll that 2 more times. If it's a first level, if you upcast it, you can do more.
Oh no, that's okay. She's only very little so far. So it's only
And
8
who is it? It's the one in the door, are you? Is it?
on there.
Yep. Yeah. You hit him.
And she'd be just like, go away! Stop fighting!
That's actually exactly enough. So you managed to kill this guy.
No! No! No!
You didn't specify non-lethal, unfortunately.
No!
Oh, no.
Yeah. So yeah, just as you blast him back, it's just like, oof, oof, and you just hear a crunch, crunch, crunch as like his armor is dented in, and you hear a shriek as a piece of metal from the armor just kind of pierces through his rib cage.
I
And he
think
drops
she'll
to the
fall to
ground.
her knees at that point because she'll not realize what she's done again. I think she doesn't understand how powerful her magic can actually
Might
be.
be.
And
I will say, just for mechanic purposes, if you do want Alara to not kill somebody, please specify non-lethal before rolling damage.
I will from now on. Oh god.
But look, she's still reeling. You know, that was a lashed out and scared moment. You know, it's not.
Sure.
Hey, don't forget to update the counter, please. Yeah, he drops.
Sorry.
Max, you just see.
Yeah, it's at 2, not 3.
It's at 3 now. We're counting the mimic. Alara, is that it for your turn? Do you have a bonus action or any more movement?
She's no more movement. She's just gonna drop down to her knees and start crying.
Okay, yeah. Next up is the last of the gobos. He is going to action to get to here. Movement. Gonna action dash to get to here in front of his boss. And that is it for his turn. Arthur, you're up.
Okay.
Kiva is currently lit up on fire.
This is true. Now, here's something. Is this something I can do? Use my action to distinguish Kiva,
You can? Yep.
and then use my bonus action to pretend to stab the guy in front of me, so Freya doesn't think. That Alara doesn't think that she murdered another person.
Oh.
I say you'd have to use your action to do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, don't wait.
Because it's still an attack roll, even though it's against corpse.
Okay.
Arthur's growing a heart.
You're trying to do the
Arthur's
Punisher thing.
always been a decent person.
You're trying to do the Punisher thing
hit
from
it so
season 2,
well.
right? That you didn't kill him,
Yeah,
I killed him.
Again, I've already tried that and it
Yeah.
didn't work.
You can take your action to do it, and then hope when the other people put out Kiva, or Kiva puts herself out, because she's not going to take damage until the start of her turn.
Fire.
The thing is also, I should probably take out the goblin.
It's entirely up to you what you want to do. For some reason, his health is not showing accurately on his token. Let me just take that.
I'm actually going to. Oh, I already made the decision before I saw how many people were there. I'm going to take out the goblin.
Yep.
Shit, I did not see how many people.
He is going to
were there.
release his. Yep, he's going to use his held action to shoot at you as you move in.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
16 hit.
16 should hit. Yeah.
Didn't roll damage for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Plus 2. These goblins are using Okay, I'm also going to roll. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw off you, please.
Great.
Now, this is not okay. You save.
Good.
How many hit points are you on though?
How many
Actually-
hit points am I on? On 17.
Yeah, you'll take half of this time. Now, I will specify this is actually actively non-lethal. If it goes over your maximum hit points, you fall asleep. You take half of whatever that is, which is 2, so you're fine.
Okay.
So that doesn't actually come off your hit points. It's just if it exceeds your remaining hit points, you knock out. So you still have 17 hit points. It's
Okay.
it's just
still
the
have
effect of the it's the effect is similar to the sleep spell. If it goes over your total amount of hit points, you just fall asleep.
Okay, so I still have 17 hit points.
You do still, yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
You kind of get that woozy like feeling as the arrow kind of sinks in. Like you feel like you're getting tired, but you manage to push through. Buddy Solo, you're up.
yeah.
Steve is also
but
on fire.
I haven't done
Oh, have you
it.
not? Sorry, you haven't yet. Sorry, that's my bad. It was my reaction. You're up.
Who? Only person who can really see me now is Buddy.
I'm Max. And Kiva.
Max.
But Kiva's on fire, so I don't know what
She's
can
on
see.
fire.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands. 15-foot cone, so I should hit all 3 of these guys. DC 13 save. I ignore the sneak attack. I don't know why that was on it. Maybe 10 fire damage. Oh, I can't hear Carrick.
No, I can't either again.
I'm muted. Sorry, the alchemist saves it at nat 20 for a 22. Double nat 20, which I'm annoyed about. I wanted to save those for damage. That's a 14.
Fuck.
Saves. And then this guy gets hit as well, the one in the back, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to... It's a 19. So they all save, so it'll take 5 damage each.
Cool. Not really worth it.
2 of them look pretty bad.
I kind of need them to die so I can get help back.
The shaman and the alchemist both look pretty bad. You guys have just seen Arthur using magic for the first time, though.
No, they didn't.
They're in the doorway. Passive
No, they
perceptions are pretty high, and you did spray fire. So I'll let them figure that out. Maybe you just hit the alchemist's fire supply. You know, we'll see how well you can roll and talk your way out of this after the combat. Max, or Buddy, sorry, you are up if that is it for Arthur.
Yes. So
That is me.
just as those 3 goblins start to feel some release from the heat of what just happened, a ray of moonbeam starts to warm the air behind them as it comes down and settles between all 3 of them. And boom. DC 14 for half on radiant damage. 15. I don't know why I said 15. Yeah. DC 14. Constitution save. Or 15 radiant damage. Yes. I'm assuming Carrick's talking, but I can't hear him.
Sorry, my microphone keeps muting
That's-
itself. I'm not even hitting the button. There. So yeah, alchemist fails, and the other 2, even if they succeed, are going to die. So I'm just going to kill them instead of rolling.
Nice.
Save the time. So yeah, alchemist takes 15 points. He is looking rough.
And
But he's
then
still up.
nice, that's okay. And
Actually,
then
let me check one thing. He has the feature.
bonus
Okay.
action.
Right, Paddy, would you give me a D20, please?
Oh yes, always Carrick. Here we go. 9. There you go.
Would you like to roll me 5d6, please?
Oh no.
Depends. Okay, here we go.
And Arthur, would you like to make a dexterity saving throw, please?
I knew it.
What is this?
Okay. So essentially, the alchemist has a feature called volatile. On a roll of 1 to 10, the goblin's alchemical pack explodes when it takes damage, dealing damage to the goblin and each creature within 10 feet of it. Must succeed on a DC 11 dex save or take 5d6 fire damage.
Holy
So
moly.
unfortunately, it's going to explode because you rolled below a 10. So I'm just going to pop that into the chat there now. If it'll roll 20 want to work. There, see? So you're going to take 11 points of fire damage halved there. So you take 5 points of fire yourself, Arthur. So it just goes. Should have rolled that when you did the fire thing, but you know what?
Yeah.
I forgot. So your 5 points. Does anyone else take it 10 within 10 feet? No, just that. So just Arthur. It explodes in your face. He dies himself.
Brilliant.
Fuck.
He actually, as that happens, he sees a catch spark. He starts to laugh maniacally, and then just
Lunatic.
goblin guts everywhere.
Though
Okay.
this does help my argument for, hey, this guy just explodes like.
Yeah, blood. Yeah, but you're also covered head to toe in gore.
Yes.
I want to
So
very quickly cast Healing Word bonus action on myself. 7. And then, are we still in third order at this stage?
Yeah.
Well, then that's all I can do. Carrick, think you're muted again.
You need new headphones.
sorry,
You're still
my-
muted.
no, it's my microphone's. I think the cable on the microphone is like coming in and out a bit loose. So sorry about that. I've adjusted it now. Max, it's your turn.
Oh, goodness. Who's still alive? I can't see who's still alive.
Well, Kiva's
there's
still
a lot
on
of black.
fire.
Yeah.
As far as you know, the goblins in front of you have all exploded.
There's goblin chunks everywhere.
Yep, you have a few in your hair.
Not for the first time, not for the last.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
well,
Oops.
Shush, darling, shush. Well, if you go on, go see, go on.
I believe he's
Barking.
talking to his dogs. Don't worry.
Oh
He's not telling me the GM to sit, I hope.
no. What am I going to do? I don't think I need to pee, so I don't know that I can put Kiva out.
You can just take your action to put her out, like, and hit her with your coat or something.
No, have you seen my coat?
It's a long duster.
Damn straight it is.
It's leather, so it's relatively fire resistant.
Yeah, but it looks better on me than it does trying to put fire out. You don't get it. You just don't get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. Can I push Kiva over and roll her on the floor?
You can do whatever you want as long as it makes sense that it would extinguish her. Kiva, are you allowing Max to shove you while you're screaming and burning?
Stop,
I am
drop, and roll.
burning.
Yes.
Anything helps if I'm burning.
Yeah, you're forced. You are forced to stop, drop, and roll, and you're extinguished.
Sweet.
That is your full action, Max. You can still take your movement or your bonus action.
Let's step in back into the room.
Yep.
Here. Oh my God! There's another one still alive.
Yep, that one has a short bow aimed at you guys, and
Well, shit. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I don't believe you have anything else in here.
Actually, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go next to Arthur because he's a nice guy.
Yep.
Now he's showing his true self. He's actually a nice guy.
That's good on you. You know, moral support.
Yeah.
Is that it for your turn?
That is it.
Okay, Kiva, you're up.
Not on fire.
No, you're
Is
no
she-
longer on
is she-
fire.
Is she up or is she down?
But she's. You did specify you knock her over to roll her over, so she is prone.
Yeah, sorry
Yep.
about that.
No worries. Half my movement to get up.
Yep. You have a lot.
So I will use my other
I don't
20,
rule the half of movement thing. That's 15 feet regardless, because if you're a
15
monk,
feet from my
if you're
normal.
like if you're a monk, you're going to be able to get up faster anyways. It makes sense.
Cool. That gets me right up to this guy. Oh, I'm using EC one, and I
Yes.
should be using my own one. And I will try and smack him in the face with my
Really hope you
spider thing. Come
You
on,
don't
roll
miss
20,
though.
26.
How do you
for
want to do
11.
this?
I want to just obliterate his head with one smack to the ground.
Yeah, just like one of the like kind of spidery leggy bits is what catches him, and just you might as well hit him with an axe.
Nice.
And he is dead. Dead as a doorknob. And I'm going to drop us out of turn order. Move all turns, clear list so I don't forget. And change the music.
Thanks for putting me out there, Max.
You are welcome.
I'll do the same for you someday.
I never planned to be that on fire, but it's always good to know.
I do apologize, but I thought it meant more sense to take out the guy with all the fire. As you could see, he had lots more of it.
It was kind of hard to see from where I was, but I did see fire, all right.
Anyways, let's continue.
If you give me 2 seconds here, I'm just pulling up the description of this room.
Yeah. Asher's being an idiot. I'm going to go to the
Really need to
clearly
like
evil coffin.
Okay.
rest up
So
somewhere.
you step into a somber rectangular chamber. The air is relatively warm still from the explosion. The walls are made of smooth, dark grey stone and devoid of any decoration. Directly ahead, dominating the room, is raised stone dais. It's about 3 feet high.
Oh.
Resting upon the dais is a single ornate stone coffin, its lid unsealed but heavy. The coffin is positioned lengthwise, facing the far wall. In front of the dais, stretching across the floor, is a sturdy stone table. It's not on the map, but that's because I don't know how to add tables to the maps with Dungeon Scroll. The table has, on the surface of the stone table, there are four circular indentations, each perfectly smooth. They are arranged in a clear line running from left to right as you face the table. The first indentation on the far left is small. The second is medium. The third is large, and the fourth is small. What do you have?
This is the puzzle, isn't it?
It is. Are you having a look around the rooms?
Send that into the Roll20 chat so we can remember what the sizes are. In case that might help us in any way figure out what.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Buddy is just kind of looking at Lara and just kind of, as he's walking past her in the doorway, just gives her a tap on the shoulder and says, "You'll be all right. You'll be all right."
She will be like doing that, that sobbing kind of thing as he's walking by. She'll nod her head because she knows she was doing the things to help her friends, but at the same time she's looking down at the little corpse or the little goblin. But what she wants to do is take a little momentum or something.
Do you want me to describe this goblin's corpse?
Is it dust?
No.
Oh,
so
okay.
This is a goblin like bodyguard, so he's a bit bigger and burlier than your average goblin. He has hatch marks carved into his arm. You can guess as to what they may be. The tally marks.
Whoa.
He also has a belt which has small shrunken skulls on it. They look humanoid. They look like they might not be fully formed. Do with that information what you will.
These are bad guys.
Oh.
So he's marked off the number of children that he's had.
Well,
in his happy marriage with his wife.
If you want to give me a medicine check, I'll let you identify what the skulls are if you're looking.
Well, she should be inquisitive to that.
Yeah, then give me a medicine check, please.
And the skulls are presents from his children to keep him safe while he's working.
Honestly, they could be.
Oh dear God,
What you get?
an 8.
Honestly, it's not hard to tell. These are probably skulls of. I don't want to get super grimdarky on it. They're probably skulls of children he's killed.
Okay.
These
Is
are
it-
bad goblins.
Upon noticing this,
My description hasn't finished because
oh
there's
sorry,
more.
apologies.
He is covered in tattoos of the Eye of Shalgrathar, which is the symbol you've noticed. Absolutely covered. If you take time to count them, they also tally to the number of tally marks. That's how he keeps track to get his tattoos. Every kill, new tattoo.
Oh,
If you inspect the other bodies, you find similar. Not necessarily the skull belt, that seems to be this guy's thing, but similar markings, carvings, some of them with a lot more. The shaman in particular is covered. I don't know if you're familiar with the character Victor Zsasz from DC Comics. He's a serial killer who's notorious for doing that hatch mark system to count his kills. His body is covered head to toe.
Meanwhile, further down the corridor, a female goblin is laying a ice cake on the table. Banners and streamers are pinned up on the walls. A goblin child comes up. When's Daddy coming home for his birthday?
I think upon seeing this though, and understanding that these guys are the real bad guys, she'll kind of stop crying, but what she will do in a pure rage is probably firebolt the shit out of it so the whole thing burns
Yeah.
and nothing of it remains, and she's just pure full of anger.
So the kind of the last thing you see as the body kind of starts to smolder away and the bones begin to crack under it is the skull as the flesh melts away with that just cavernous grin as the flames lick up through it. And it begins to blacken and the bones begin to crack and fall caving on themselves.
And then she'll spit on it
Can
and go,
I get a wisdom saving throw from you, please?
oh no. A 21.
You're fine. You do, however, still just as you're doing that out of the corner of your eyes, glimpse that shadow that you've seen.
Again?
It's getting slightly closer, but it vanishes when you look.
She'll step in and close the
It's
door.
back in the room. Yeah, it's back in the room that you're in. So you're here. It was maybe about here.
Oh.
It's about 15 to 20 feet away from you.
She'll enter the room anyway, and she will just say, that eerie feeling is back. Something's watching us. I close the door.
Or shut. So, is anyone investigating the rooms for looking for clues for this?
Yeah,
Or
I want to investigate this room.
can I get investigation checks, please?
Just Max, while that's happening, Max is just kind of poking through these remains of these bodies just to see if anything falls out. I think as Ilara comes back in, he'll sort of keep poking, but sort of side eye in a holy shit, that was a lot of fire kind of way. What the fuck is this person doing?
Yeah, you mean you don't really find anything useful. Just, there's a few scimitars that are shoddily made, goblin make. The shaman has a staff that would work as a quarterstaff, but not magical. You might find some druidic spell components on the shaman, just as a top up of what you already have, and nothing like major that would be super useful. That's probably the best way. They don't seem to carry gold. One of them has a bag full of teeth. Potentially that's what they're using as currency amongst themselves.
Can we hear anything, like any other sounds coming from up the stairs or down the stairs, whichever?
I'm going to get to what you guys picked up with your investigation now.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were saying.
No, that room down there, it seems to be caved in. So
Down here at the stairs.
Yeah, there's a cave in there. I'll give it to you with your investigation as well as part of that. Like you would have gathered that this is probably the other room that you didn't go into in the room that had the first mimic. You went through that door, just from location and where you'd moved. Give it with the
I'm go-
23 and the
Sorry,
rest of you. Sorry,
very
go ahead.
quickly. I'm gonna take that bag of teeth.
Yep. Add one bag of
Thank-
teeth to your inventory. They're all different shapes and sizes from different races, different animals. So you'll pretty much all spot this. There is, where is it gone? There. Okay. So neatly arranged on a low, narrow shelf carved into the wall to your right on the east. There are 3 polished stone weights. Each weight is distinct in size. 1 small stone weight, 1 medium stone weight, and 1 large stone weight.
3 of them.
Only 3.
Okay, can we put them in? So put the large one in the large hole and the
No.
medium one in the medium hole.
Don't do it yet.
Just before we start
There's
putting
2
stuff
small holes.
into
Too small.
things, can I just double check the purple eyes? Are they on all these bodies?
The shaman has far more of them than everyone else, but yeah, they all have a few.
And they've caused trouble before. That symbol has caused us trouble before, hasn't it?
It
affects your mind.
It seems to appear where things that do affect your mind are.
Right. Well, then there's 1 burnt already. Can we
And
just
the
spend a
rest?
bit of time emoliating these creatures?
Yep,
I
that's
think
perfectly
maybe if we move them all to
Sorry.
the
Not
move them all to
emoliating.
the other room so we can, and then maybe we rest here before we start trying to solve the puzzle because we're all a little bit screwed and we need our max at full raging points
So
before
you're
we
looking for a
start.
short or long rest?
I
Because I think it
don't-
takes a long
well-
rest to get your rage back.
Could we do a long rest?
You can
That's
certainly-
caved in down there, and we can
You can try.
we put the bodies out in the other room and burn them. Do watches.
So Arthur's only reason for saying not to do a long rest, even though he probably does need it, is we don't know if Tarkin is still alive.
Yeah. Do we care?
Well, yeah, if Tarkin gets
we
corrupted,
care.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Don't like
Well,
him.
I agree with the burn the bodies.
Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2 of us could do that while the others
I'll
are
do
working
it.
on the.
Yep, you can certainly. That takes you a few minutes, but I'm not going to make you roleplay that out necessarily if you don't want to.
So you don't want to do a short rest even, just to kind of get hit points back and stuff.
I can. I mean, I have a spell here that can give a few people a couple of a couple of hit points.
Yeah, I think we'd maybe be better off doing that. Then
Okay.
Okay, so I'm
I
gonna.
could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But
And then like what are we doing with the so that we've 2 small holes and only 1 small weight, so how do we figure out which one, you guys?
Well, I
After we
wasn't
burn the bodies, were there any-
entirely finished. So,
Alright.
sorry, apologies.
Kiwi, you'll notice this with your passive. The head of the coffin on the dais points directly towards the far wall of the chamber. This wall appears to be a seamless continuation of the surrounding stone, but if you inspect it closely, you notice a faint, almost imperceptible hairline cracker seam running down its center as if 2 massive blocks are pushed together.
Could I investigate it to see
can,
if it's
yeah.
like trappy or anything? Sorry, do you want me to move over this side? Is that
yeah.
what you said?
Yep.
If you
the
want
west.
In case I set something off.
That's the east. That's the east. It's the other side.
Oh, sorry, the west.
The weights are on that side. It's over here.
Sorry, I thought you said the head of the coffin.
You feel a faint breeze coming through the gap.
Oh, no traps?
Not breeze. Well, no, you feel a faint, like the air is shifting, but you don't get any idea that there's traps. It indicates that there's a hollow on the other side of this.
I think there might be a hollow over here. I'm going to try and
to.
like, would I be able to push it open, or do I need to stick like a dart in and try and wiggle it
I'm going
loose?
to tell you now, it is 2 massive stone slabs.
Just let me move away.
Looking at it, even Max probably wouldn't be able to move it.
Maybe we're meant to make the weights point towards it.
How?
Well, if we put it like, and I don't put them in, but I put the large one.
So I'm just
Above.
going to just mark how this kind of appears. So blue is small. So if you
Yeah.
see that dot there, I know
Mhm.
that's not really visible. So blue, small, change color to go dark red is medium. Pink is large.
Can you put a torch there? Just 'cause
And
it's
blue
starting-
is small.
Uh,
Do you need a torch? Yeah, if you would like a torch, I'll drop it in.
Yeah.
Well,
mm,
just in case things go wrong when we start, who is not feeling good?
Most of you.
Who's feeling
Yeah.
weak here? Right, well, I'm gonna just cast Healing Spirit, and it's just a little. Well, it's not a little. It's actually like a dog-sized bumblebee that's floating in the space, and when you come near it, you just get this lovely warm glow off it. And I'm gonna heal myself as well, and then there's 4 more, so with 1 each, so 4 each, 4 hit points each.
cool.
It lasts a minute, so that'll be 10 rounds. You can do 10d6 worth of healing to people.
Oh, okay, even better.
That's how that works. That's how that works. Now, not each 10d6 total, so you can divvy that up as how you want. The 4 is already taken, so rolled. So one of you can take the 4, and that's 1d6, so you're down to 9 more.
That's cool.
I'll take the 4,
See
and
how it
that'll have
goes.
me pretty much healed up fully, and then just roll whatever d6s you want yourselves out of 9 then.
I'd say Max and Arthur look the roughest, I'd say.
Yeah. Let
Alright.
them go first.
Yeah. So I'm rolling a d6, am I?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
roll. Yeah, d6. I think that'll probably get you up to full on the average roll nearly. Close.
No.
Oh, 32. Sorry, not 22. I'm looking at your thing. So yeah, you can roll a few between yourselves if you want to even split it. Up to yourselves.
I just need one, and I'll be grand, I think. Well,
Yeah, so if you want to just roll
Yeah.
that, and then so that'll bring it. So if you roll 1, that'll bring it down to 8, and then the other 2 can take 4 each.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
Arthur's
okay, so
3.
I
Well,
took 2 hit points there.
Yeah.
Let's see what I get out of this. 17. That'll probably do, to be fair. 17.
Yeah. So then just whoever
So
needs to
3.
use the rest up, use the rest up.
So that'll be
How much are left,
5 left.
2.
5 left.
There's 5?
I don't
No,
know.
sorry. Not 5, but because you've
No,
used.
it will be no,
couple.
it will
2
be,
left.
it will be 8 down. Yeah, 2 left.
2 left.
So you use those.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, there's 3 left.
Okay, so there's an extra one.
Cool. I will take the 3.
Would
one
we
suggest-
actually?
Muted again.
Muted.
Sorry, my phone was ringing. I just have to return a phone call real quick. It's my mother's number, so I want to make sure everything's okay. Can we just take our break really quick, guys?
Perfect.
See you
Go.
in a minute, guys. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. Got rudely interrupted by a phone call that wasn't even meant for me. But
And he's muted.
You're muted, Tarek.
You're muted.
I don't know why I'm just gonna change the USB port after this when I do this. I think the USB port is acting up. But yeah, we're back. Sorry guys. Gonna read through some of the blurbs for the games that are coming up as we've decided to start spicing up how we do that. So if you would give me 2 seconds, I think I have them open. I do. So next up on Friday, we have a game that is being ran. That's a one-shot, and I don't think I have notes for it, but I'm in the game, so I can give a brief description. GM Shane is returning. The guy who's known for going on long walks and betraying the party is back running a game. He is basically, a sheep has appeared. It has a scroll to speak to animals in its mouth. What can go wrong? Like, honestly, that sounds like a great adventure. You can join myself, I believe Dave, Kiva, and I think Satyr Lad, who has appeared in a one-shot before, in that stream, having a look, playing some games, rolling some dice. Should be great crack, lads. Look, Shane's a great GM. I've often enjoyed games that he's ran. I believe he's run on the channel before a good while back. So definitely tune in, show some support for the people who don't GM as often as the likes of myself and others. It's always great to see the community backing them up. Now, after that, on Sunday, we have nothing, as far as I know. I don't think there's any one-shots. Unfortunately, no Dagger Heart. It's another 2 weeks, which hurts. I miss it. It's such a good game. But do go check out the VOD. Have a look at what Wayne put us through. It was a great session, and honestly, it's a great mini campaign. If you haven't been watching it, start from session 1. Watch your way through. It's well worth it. I thoroughly recommend it. Especially, show support to our guest GM, Wayne. Wayne is awesome. Following that, then on next Tuesday, we have Against the Crimson Queen, our Shadow Dark campaign, which is a bit of a grimdarky, similar to 5e system, but not quite. A bit more grindy, a bit more lethal. People die, moles get murdered. So before descending into the crypts of Stoneholm, our so-called heroes decided to turn their defeated foes into decapitated heads into bowling balls. Once that spot of macabre fun, which I assume was only started by Vara, they ventured downward and encountered a vengeful undead spirit, intent of destroying those who came to desecrate its kinfolk's graves. Honestly, serves you fucking right.
Hey, we had fun.
Head golf is a very Celtic of you, but also very rude.
It's fine.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how we Irish folk invented hurling, so,
Probably. But
the Celts were bored and they had axes.
Speaking of my fighters, you forgot about my Kefir.
Rebirth is coming up on Thursday. You are correct. I forgot because I'm no longer in that game and it hurts me. That is true. Rebirth is coming back on Thursday, and our heroes have defeated Shazastar. Fuck that guy. What a bitch. One of the minions of the Son of the Graven King. But somewhere out there lurks the Shard, a construct of pure obsidian with one mission: to hunt them down and destroy them. Can they find a weapon powerful enough to hold this thing at bay, or will they fall beneath its terrible power? Well, they drove one weapon that's potentially powerful enough to keep it at bay away, and he's going to have to do his own thing. So, be careful who you don't trust. But to be honest, Agar was running away anyway, so it's fine. How are you guys feeling about that? I was there for the end of that session when it cut off the zombie T-Rex's head. That's pretty scary.
I'll just say GM Dave's games are quite scary, and you never know what you're going to get for.
No, you never know what Dave's going to do.
No, because you think you're safe, and then all of a sudden the music changes, and you're just like, oh no.
Oh yeah, Cry Havoc comes on, you're like, oh no. Or in our case, oh yeah, dragons don't exist in this thing anymore. They're dead. They're not on soft round. They'll get wiped out. Oh, this Valder guy holds up a thing, and all of a sudden, dragon, ancient dragon at that.
But also undead.
Dave often says he doesn't try to kill his players, but sometimes I think he loves to make us think he will.
I mean, that's the whole point. It's so much fun. I can't wait.
No, definitely tune in for that, guys. I think I will probably be rewatching it because I'm invested now that I used to play in that game and I miss it. But Agar is off to do some, according to these guys, nefarious thing. But realistically, he's just a good dude that wants to avenge his potentially dead god, who was potentially not dead anymore. So, without further ado, we are going to kick back to where our party left off there. They were trying to solve a puzzle. They were sniffing about, murdering some goblins that really had it coming. And I think we've agreed that they're potentially going to take a rest of sorts. We just haven't decided on a short or a long one.
Vote for a long one anyway.
Are you all on board with the long rest?
Because Max
I
is
think-
not.
I could really do with it, yes.
Okay. Well,
Okay, let's just keep watches and
Yeah, move all the bodies out to the other room.
and you're
They're
staying in the room.
burned.
all out, burn
You're
them.
staying in the room with the tomb.
I think we should.
It
Yeah.
doesn't seem to have
Question
been
mark,
that.
question
I will add, the walls are completely blank beyond where the weights, the little weighted things are. Doesn't seem to be desecrated in the slightest compared to otherwise. From
And
what
let's
you
not
can
fuck
tell.
with them until we've had our long rest.
We'll set traps and do things and
Keep an eye out.
Just for the sake of expediency, I'm going to say that you can get that done pretty easily. You can bar this door. There is a big, heavy stone drawbar that you can pull across, which you can manage to do. So Max can probably get that moved fairly easily, and looks, as far as you can tell, that nobody's going to be able to get in. You're inside a tomb. There isn't really enough room for tents, so I'm assuming you're working out the bedrolls. Arthur can keep his big fancy tent in his bag.
we'll have to slum it.
Yeah, you'll have to. It's warm enough in this. Like, you'd expect the crypt to be quite cold. It is still kind of warm in this room.
Okay.
So, what order is the watches going to go in?
Well, I'm pretty okay, so I'll take the first one.
Okay, you also require the least sleep as an elf.
Yeah.
I think Buddy's a half elf, right?
Buddy is a half elf, yes.
Yeah, so Buddy still requires full 8 hours. Kiwi, you're a full elf, so you don't. So yeah, Kiwi, you take the first 4 hours of the watch essentially, and it's mostly uneventful. I mean, you have that ring on, so you feel fairly secure that nothing is fucking with your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Throughout the night, you do occasionally see that faint purplish mist kind of rolling in under the door, but it doesn't seem to get far into the tomb. Same with between that crack.
Okay.
But that's kind of all that you really see, you know.
I
I will say, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, could I have said that before we started the watches, that I will say to Arthur that we should make sure that nobody is on their own doing watches.
Up to you,
Yeah.
Because we
Yeah.
obviously are okay, but like,
as far as you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
to make sure that there's always somebody with somebody else, because it doesn't seem to be as bad. Well, it might now, but it hasn't
Mm.
seemed to be as bad when people have somebody with them.
That is a really good idea.
So
Yeah, yeah. So you're probably taking one on your own because you're protected, right? Or are you going to take one with somebody else halfway through?
I'll take one. Yeah, well, I can do 2, can't I? Because I only need the 4
Yeah, you could
hours.
take 2 hours at the start, 2 hours at the end.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah, I'll wake up whoever wants to go next, and I'll stay with them.
Yep. Who's going up with the next watch?
I can go next.
Yep.
Or I can do it.
Is there anything you guys would like to discuss while on your watch, or is it kind of sitting in silence?
Well, I'm just going to kind of check in with Lara and see if she's doing okay, if she feels any better after seeing who she killed right now and what he was like, to know that sometimes it is okay.
I mean, I understand that he wasn't, but I didn't know that until after the fact. So I think she would be explaining. She needs to ask questions and find things out before firing. Ask questions first, not actions. But she'll also be checking in with Kiva, going, "You were on fire. Are you okay?"
I know. That
What
sucked.
the hell?
You were only
That
caught
really
for about 6 hours, so like you didn't really honestly suffer any serious, or not 6 hours, 6 minutes,
Oh,
6 seconds.
Yeah.
So you didn't suffer any substantial burns. But
Yeah, but still,
It
it's
still was
terrifying.
unpleasant and stinky. And then Max
your
is
clothes
rolling
are
all over the
fucked.
place.
I can use mending on some of it.
Okay.
Please,
can help.
Thank you.
Mend the clothes and
The mending will fully fix them. That's the
Perfect.
purpose of that cantrip.
we'll do that, and we'll just
We'll
chit-
chat and sew.
Oh, yeah, because we're not supposed to talk about the thing, so we're
Yeah.
just.
We just talk
We'll-
about random stuff.
What do you think?
What do you think about the puzzle?
I was literally just going to ask you the exact same thing. What about the stones?
Oh my god, I have no clue. I'm not very good at these things, but there is that hole up. It looks like if we could, I don't know.
Should we
At
try?
this point, when you look at it, you do see that faint purplish light in the crack. It's
We'll
like
probably point
it's
to
like
it and just be like-
thrumming, almost as if like something is like moving against the stone doors,
Hmm.
and then after about a minute, it vanishes. Kiva, with your high passive perception, you hear like a skittering noise. Something was there.
Okay, I don't let on to Alara because I don't want to scare her.
Okay.
Mm,
Just the sound of claws against stone.
no.
I don't know what you pick up.
balls.
Oh my god,
Okay.
it's a coconut crab.
This is fine. Yeah. So then we'll keep talking about other random stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm gonna kind of cut across to, I think, Buddy, you're asleep at the moment, and you've failed to save. So we're gonna kind of into your dreams real quick.
Food.
I
So
failed to save.
you did fail to save previous session, the mind meddling, didn't you?
No,
Or did you pass? You
I
passed.
passed it. Yeah. I have
Okay,
good wisdom.
actually, I will skip ahead to Max then. So Max, you've often kind of worried that you're not good enough at your job. You're going to let people down. In this moment, you're kind of cast back to a battlefield on a sort of a deserty plain. It's people all around you. The flames of the flames of Epos. Sorry, your former mercenary employers. A load of them dead, cast aside, and you're kind of standing the ground. This back in your prime, back in your heyday. You're probably a good bit better of a combatant than you are now, still currently, as it's you and maybe 3 others, and you stand against 40, maybe 50 men in dark plate armor. At this point, you turn and run. And you don't turn back, you don't look back, but you hear the screams of your friends being torn apart. At that moment, as you're running, as you keep running, you see where you look up towards where the sun will be, and there is this massive, dark-shaped sigil, the Eye of Shalgruthar, with the lines coming out of it, peering down at you with this kind of spiral that seems to never end in the middle. Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah, go on. Why not? A 10.
Okay, that is a failure. So, you wake up with the following knowledge in the morning. This tomb is a gate. It does lead directly to Khazam, as you were warned by Tarkin. Khazam is where this all began. And you have just that itch in the back of your mind, you need to know more. It's almost like an obsession that's starting to form. That'll kind of end your guys' watches. Who's taking the next watch? You're still asleep now unless you choose to wake up, Max.
I am still asleep.
Okay.
Arthur, do you need a full 8 hours?
I need a full 8 hours.
Well, 6 is the long rest.
Oh, wow.
8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 hours of sleep, 8 hours of
Yeah, so I can,
uninterrupted activity.
if I wake up and then I can go back to sleep
Again,
later.
that's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna wake
okay.
up.
And we wake up Buddy, maybe, or Max?
Sure.
Yeah,
Don't mind whoever Arthur wants.
I think Buddy. We'll go with
Mhm.
Buddy. Let Max get his full bit of sleep.
Okay.
He doesn't. He looks like he's kind of restless at the moment.
I would say actually you don't really notice any changes in him as he sleeps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind that.
Doesn't really seem that much of an effect. Yeah, that's fine. So kind of what are you guys doing on your watch then?
But he's going to put out a hip flask and sip on it and offer it to Arthur in silence. And he's going to wait and see how long it takes Arthur, the nobleman, to ruin the silence with talk.
It's not very good, is it? You know, it's quite cheap.
Well,
Sorry,
big
that's
sigh.
rude. That's very rude of me. I apologize.
Listen, Arthur, it is rude, unless you actually have something better to offer.
Do I have anything better to offer? Is the question. Probably not at this point.
I don't think you bought anything, as far as I know, or looted anything.
No.
Not according to my notes, anyways.
When we get, where's Archer from again? What's the capital city?
Wyvern Toe.
Wyvern Toe. When we get
Big
back,
three-pronged kind of headland that sticks out the side of Andromedus.
if we ever get to Wyvern Toe, which I feel like we might end up just by the whole fate of this thing, I will buy you the best whiskey in the entire land.
I'll hold you to that. If
I
you're
will do it.
not going to drink that, you can give it back to me, good man.
Oh, Archer's already taken a sip and given it back.
Okay.
I said it was bad. I didn't say it was not drinkable.
But he will chuckle at that, and he'll take a sip and hand it back, and he'll say, it's years since I was in a city. I don't see the appeal of those places at all. Stink of people and stone and open, well, maybe not open sewers. But
Oh, Wyvern Toe is a pretty nice
Yeah.
enough place. Well, at least in the the main districts. I mean, there is a bit of, obviously, as the further you go out.
what do you like about it, Arthur?
It's a different kind of chaos
Hmm.
than what we have out here. There's a lot. It's got its own natural pecking order, its own predators and prey.
Main
It
thing
is
you would, in terms of that Wyvern Toe, you'd probably be thinking of is the order of the Ward Guard. So obviously, magic is heavily restricted within the more developed areas. And so, many people should be licensed. Alara as a sorceress,
Yeah.
I would say probably has a fake, or has it under false pretenses as a wizard. Kind of, because sorcery is technically illegal. Warlocks punishable by execution. Druids are kind of nobody really questions it with druids because it's nature magic, but you're kind of expected to make yourself known. So on.
The one thing I will say about a civilized city, a lot of barbaric behavior happens in there.
Hmm.
You'd be
That's for
intimately aware with underground fighting rings, smuggling, dark magic markets. There's
And my father has his hands in most of it.
Yep.
Really? I get the impression not quite the impression, the understanding that things between yourself and your dad aren't maybe what most sons and fathers would want to be.
They haven't been good since my mother died.
Hmm.
It's not fair to say he blames himself, because that's not him. He would never blame himself. He could do no wrong. But he does blame the world.
Well, Arthur, all I can say to you is have you ever been in love?
Sadly, no.
Well, when you're in love and you lose that love in a world that can be as harsh as this, what else is there to blame? Only the world.
I just hope his grief doesn't burn the whole thing down.
Would you take a point of inspiration, please, for that line?
Okay.
It's great use of your own backstory to relate there.
I hope he doesn't burn it down too, but you should not
You
be
sound like
adding.
a man talking out of experience.
I've lost I've lost things. I've lost everything. I've lost everything. When I was young, I had a peaceful, quiet life. My parents and me and the valleys and the hills and the animals. Then then I was lucky enough to meet my wife, or so I thought at the time. We had a child. My parents passed on, as nature would have it. I went to the war, thought I was gonna stop the world from burning, but it just led to my own world burning down around me. So you should consider your father's interpretation of things, his view, where he's coming from. And I know from my own actions that my own perception and actions has affected others and made things worse. But it takes everyone involved to stop the flames from spreading.
In this moment of vulnerability, buddy, could I get you to give me a wisdom saving throw as you both see that slight flare of purple light?
Sure. 19.
19. Okay, you pass. You do feel for a moment that something was trying to probe at your mind.
I'll ask Arthur if he felt the same thing.
No.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Arthur, you feel like this knowing sense that something has politely just protected you.
I've made my protections. Sadly, I can only make them for myself. And as soon as I figure out how to protect the rest of you, I will.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
It's not out of kindness. We need each other.
Absolutely. I get where you're coming from. There might be more kindness in it than you think, maybe.
With that, I think I'm going to kind of go over to Alara as she sleeps. Give me 1 second here. I just need to find my notes.
Peacefully, and none of this ever happened.
Okay. So, Alara, you dream of a tall tower, darkened, blackened stone, and magic flowing through it. You sit atop it, like a throne. Before you, in your view, is kind of like a balcony that opens up on a view of what you believe to be the Silverwoods, which is the elven kind of where your family would originally be from. They may not live there now, but it's where their main estate would be, where you'd visit for the summer. It's the elven kingdoms. The woods are bare, burning, and you feel content. When you look behind you, and a red dragon is coiled around the back of the dais. Something you recognize? Similar markings as to the baby dragon that has since fled.
Oh my god. I was just thinking that.
And carved into this staff, well, actually not carved into the staff, just kind of flickering in a ghostly flame between two prongs of the staff you have in your hand is that symbol, the eye.
In a staff that she's holding.
Mm-hmm. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh my god. Oh shit, a 6.
You've learned similar to what Max has learned. This tomb was originally a gateway. It's been sealed. Down below is where this all began, and you still have that itch to learn more.
Oh.
I will say mechanically, both of you will have disadvantage on any saving throws regarding knowledge surrounding the cult going forward, until something's done to clear that. That's kind of it. Do either of you do anything else at the end of your watch?
There's in the hip flask and
Yeah. Can you give me a... I suppose you wouldn't need to. Arthur, could I get a constitution saving throw from yourself?
Yeah.
Paddy's not Paddy. Buddy is a season. I don't know about Paddy.
my personal habits how it is.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
Yeah, you wake up feeling fine afterwards. No, you didn't drink enough to give yourself that bad a headache. Was not for any mechanical reasons. I just wanted to know if you'd be hungover. So, with that, I'm going to say the rest of the night, Kiva, you don't dream at all. I think you believe it probably likely an effect of that ring you have on your finger. So even your dreams can't affect you. Dreams do come from, believed to come from a different kind of a plane.
Yeah.
Usually influenced by magic is the general belief. I will say, Alara and Max, something has clicked with you when you wake up. Both of you seem to know how to open this door. The small stone has to be pointing at the gateway.
I wonder if... Where are all the stones?
They're
they-
over on this wall. Oh no, they're over this wall here.
Oh, yeah.
So the smallest stone has to be on the side facing towards where the stone will swing out.
Swing out.
Then just small, medium, big. I know it feels too easy, but like, add a character. Carrick, did you just Google puzzles for 5-year-olds?
Yes.
That's small, medium, big.
That's how you deal with D&D parties. They overthink
Big,
everything,
medium,
so you make it
small,
as simple as possible.
surely.
5-year-olds, Carrick, you're overestimating us here.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna move myself away.
I actually just Googled simple D&D door puzzles, and like honestly, I had to simplify this because I was like looking at the original.
Hey,
Like,
I resemble that remark.
there was a riddle as well. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna make it like fairly obvious.
Yeah, I know my players. They're not too bright.
It was originally not small, medium, big. It was originally like icons. I was like, they won't get. So yeah, if you do that, there's a door that opens here and it swings open.
Yeah, because I was just going to say, Alara could be like, I know this place is weird, but I think I know how to open this door.
Max will just point and go. Small one goes there.
Yeah.
Okay, question, Max. Did that come to you in like a dream or a vision or something like that? Because that's not something you usually come up with.
Max, it just makes sense to you, to be honest. Like the knowledge is just there.
Can you?
That's not me
You're telling me
metagaming.
this
That is
doesn't-
very much a case.
No,
of,
like honestly, like Max, you probably think both you and Lara are like, are you as fucking stupid? It's the most obvious thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thought in your head. It's like,
I can't.
Nice friend.
Did you not see it? I mean,
so
take a break and you rest on it, and then it is. I don't.
You know what?
What?
I apologize.
But
I question your intelligence a lot. I feel bad about that now. Personally, I'm sorry. You know, you go into this character for so long, you kind of just build it up in your head, and you end up becoming that character a bit. I'm sorry, that's not who I am. I am sorry for thinking you're a bit stupid.
Look, I might have not gone to one of your fancy schools and done all the learning, but I can read. I can mostly write.
Again, I apologize.
And with a bit of time, I can work out that small stone goes there, pointing at the door.
Once he says that, it is blatantly obvious to the rest of you as well. It's kind of one of those like, oh, of course we put it on the side of the door. Now, there is another option where you can slot it, but
Well,
going to test that or not is up to
excuse
you.
No, we're going with the first. To be honest, that's what I said originally.
The MCs when I saw the hole.
You might open the coffin, and that's bad things.
Yeah, it's
But
probably like a dread knight or something.
Nah, not that bad.
So before we go through this door, I'm just going to remind everybody: long rest, restore all your stuff because it doesn't always come onto your what you call them.
Do you mention the noises you heard outside?
If I can get Arthur to one side for a second, I might just kind of mention it to him because I don't really want to freak the others yet because I know they're all. Well, I think they've told us they're seeing things in the corner.
They have. Max and Delara have, but he doesn't seem to be yet.
Okay, so I'll kind of just let Arthur know as quietly and quickly as I can away from the others if I get a chance. If I don't get a chance, I'll just won't tell him. Haha.
As you guys kind of make your way, it is just a staircase that goes down. A very long staircase.
Down.
Okay,
So it takes 10 minutes to pass, you're still going. 20 minutes pass, you're still going. Now 35, 40 minutes in. Who would be kind of leading the?
Not me.
Not me.
As a monk, I'd be near the front with Max.
yes,
Max in the front?
I'll be going probably near first.
Okay, give me
Yeah.
2 seconds
Go
here.
down, Max.
Where is he? Is he here? He is. Okay, so as you're kind of descending in, you do see there's a small room kind of opens off to the side, and as you're about to peek around, I am going to say, Max, what is your armor class?
It is 17.
Okay, I'm going to give him advantage on this because he has surprise. Do strength plus proficiency. 14 plus proficiency would be plus another 2. I'm going to do a boon. So it'd be 16. I'm going to do the boon. Yeah, it brings it to thing. You hand kind of reaches out and grabs you by the back of your jacket and reefs you into this corridor, and there's a long dagger is pressed to your throat. You immediately recognize this Tarkin. He spots you, sees it's you. His shoulders relax and he drops it. He's like, I apologize. I've been trapped in this corridor for hours now.
The rescue
You
party
sure
here.
it's been hours? You sure hours?
Hours.
Hey,
I haven't seen the light, the sun, in, I don't know.
Because we've been here for how long have we been here?
About a day, 24 hours, I'd say, a total at this stage.
We've been here for about a day, Max.
We've been here for about a day.
Then many hours indeed. The others are trapped ahead. They opened a door and it slammed shut behind them. I haven't been able to get them out. It's about time you're right. My magic has been dampened. I can't seem to reach out to folks. He does say the word folks as well. Since it's, I don't know, there's something very strange going on. I can cast spells, and he clicks his fingers and that divine kind of silvery black flame erupts into his hands like that, but the sending spell hasn't been working.
I was wondering why I hadn't heard from you.
Yeah, I'd just motion for everyone to. It's all right. Come through.
Have you checked there's no release for the door on this side?
There isn't. I've checked everything. I've been down here, like I said, many hours.
I know, but
it may be deeper in, but as I said, I would wait here for you, and I didn't wish to. I don't know. Something has been patrolling this long hallway at night. I've managed to stay out of its sight, but I didn't wish to venture further alone.
How have
Ask
you
him.
protected yourself from the voices?
I have not heard anything. I believe her divine grace grants me some level of resistance. He
Can I roll
touches
insight
the.
on that?
You can, yeah.
Like, my main thing is he hasn't called me out for the accent, but that might just be you,
He appears to be very stressed.
which is true. Fair. That is a 17.
As far as you're aware, and as far as you can tell, he 100% believes what he's saying.
Yeah, that's
And I'm not
actually
saying that in a. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
in DM being a shitbag way. That's just a.
Yeah, no, it's really not helpful. It's 100% what I would say as a DM.
It's
Tarquin, if
kind of
you
what you just
said
get.
if you said you were waiting for us here,
Yes.
you mean you could have gone into the room?
No, I couldn't have gone into where they are. I could have went into with them as they went in, but the door slammed down as they entered. They entered as a trio.
But there's another way in.
Aster and the two other. I haven't found it. I haven't gone much further than that.
Are we meant to be in a room with Tarkin? It seems to be locked. This corridor thing.
Oh, there's no actual room. This is
okay.
mine right now.
Perfect, lovely. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you're
will
all good.
stay outside the door to make sure it doesn't accidentally close or purposely close either. Just on the outside of the door.
Yeah.
So, you've sent in your two boys ahead of you.
Yeah,
haven't
Aster
come
and
back.
Thoric have not come back. I've heard them. They seem to be alive on the other side of the door still. I've heard them speaking, but they went quiet about an hour ago. Maybe they went. Maybe they decided to just try sleep while they can.
And you say something's been watching you.
Some sort of wretched. I probably could have taken it, but I didn't know if it was alone or if my noise would alert more. Some sort of wretched creature has been crawling up and down it. From the sounds of things, it has large claws.
Oh God.
I haven't heard it make any noise beyond sniffing.
Sniffing and claws. That's bizarre.
I got a
That's-
brief
Rest.
glimpse of it. It seems dwarven in stature, but
Well, we just
you've seen what this cult. Well, we've both seen what this cult is capable of, and what they can do to people. They've shown their way with corrupting things. So I assume it's likely left over from what happened in Khazam, which is, I believe we are near the front gate at this stage.
That does make sense. Okay, we must rescue the two.
Probably
I genuinely don't believe there's a way into that room from this side.
So,
So
where
what
can
are-
we go?
Yeah.
Well, the pathway continues down. I believe it's about another. I'd gauge 20 minutes of a journey to about 5 minutes to the door, and then I got a bit further beyond that, but there was that's foul stench of air.
Well,
I say we leave the two there.
down and down we go.
And Tarkin, you're wasting your time hanging around waiting for him.
I don't intend to. If we cannot get them out yourselves, then we'll push on. I'll figure something out.
mm.
And
This
just
door
to
here
see there
isn't-
isn't any doors.
They're quite powerful in their own right. Maybe they found another exit on the other side, and that's what they've.
Okay.
You do. At this stage, he'll have actually started walking down. He'll show you to the door. It is just a similar indent as to what you saw, but there's just a huge stone slab slammed down. There's no signs of a hand. Like, if you spend time to inspect it, there's no signs of handrails or anything. It looks like it could potentially only been opened from the inside.
How thick is the stone, Carrick?
Nearly impossible to tell. Like, how would you be checking? Yeah. Like,
Uh-huh.
it's like it's in it.
I do have.
It's like it's kind of chamfered in at the sides, so you don't know how deep that goes.
I do have as one of my items on this a robe of useful items.
Yep.
And one of those items is a window. which I would like to place on the door.
How
And
does
I will
that?
just
So it just makes a window.
give me 2 seconds to dig it out here. There's a couple of
Seconds.
there's patches all over the robe of different things, and things like ladders and pits, things like that. And
I'll
there's
say it
one.
just works. Like it works like a portable hole that you can't go through. So you put it up.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's how I want to rule it. I think that's interesting enough. It will further the story. You place it against it, and you do see from the sides this door is about 6 feet thick. What that stone slab that's standing out, it's a big one. And far into the background, it's hard to see with your dark vision being limited in this space, but you do very vaguely see another like kind of archway. You don't see any bodies in here. They've maybe found a way to open the other side and gone through.
Okay. Well, I'll just gesture to the window to the others, and I'll say, I think we may just continue on ourselves and hopefully meet them further down the path.
Well, that's a relief. Hopefully her blessing extends to them as well in this place. At this stage, you do see claw marks on the stone now that's been pointed out to you as you walk. They're long, kind of scratches.
Are they anything that we've come across before?
Not that you are aware of.
Okay. Okay.
If you continue on down the path for a while, I'm going to bring you on to our next map. Actually, just going to gather these all up so I can copy paste. Have you all long rested and reset your hit points?
Yes.
Yep.
Arthur, will you move yourself? I can't actually see you on the map.
Oh yeah, sorry, I went down into the hole.
That's not the hole. That's just another
Room. Yeah.
Yeah. Copy. Okay. Don't believe I've dynamic lighting on this map, so you should all be able to see.
Yep.
And I will need you to roll stealth as you enter, as you come in on this side out a cave way.
Stealth, come on.
And you see what's happening here. They're all duplicating for some reason. Fuck. Let me just.
Okay, it gives us double the chance.
Double the
just
chance of
problem.
dying.
Oh no, my duplicate was the real me.
Oh, for God's sake.
My roll 20 has just crashed. Is that? Give me a minute, guys.
Good night.
Ooh, this looks cool.
Good night.
Love the colors.
Made by me.
Love the. Looks like we're.
I'm no. It's a map, but I'm getting better. You need to learn how to be more detailed.
It is
Or
a
more
map
patient.
though.
It is. It's a map. It's not an it's a map though.
Trademark.
Have you guys appeared on this map yet? I don't know if it's just me.
We did, but
No.
then we disappeared.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think when we appeared, I didn't see any doubles. I don't know about anybody else.
Okay.
I didn't see any doubles
No.
either.
Roll 20 is fucked up. I'm just gonna drag you all out. So Buddy Solo, Arthur Kane,
There he is.
Max
That's
Mad, Ansky, Alara Duskwood. That's somebody who doesn't exist anymore. And
I don't like this map because we can fall off the edge.
Yeah.
That's a like I will say even from there you can see that is a far draw.
Very dark.
I actually forgot to redo it. That glow should be purple.
Oh
Ah.
no.
I fully
That's
forgot. I actually
worse.
have a redone version of this map. I just didn't upload it, and I'm not bothered doing it now. And here is Mr. Tharkin. Kate, if you want to just flash up Tharkin's are on the screen there.
Yeah, I had up for a bit, but I'll put it back up. There he goes.
So everyone can see, made in Hero Forge. He's a nice guy. He has a birdie. The birdie's name is Moonin. Yes, that is a reference to Mythology King before you start to crap your pants. He does kind of stop you all there as he draws out his mace. He's like, more goblins. He shoots off his hand and moon and just takes flight and begins to kind of veer around.
No fair.
That is his thing. I'm gonna say, what are you guys doing? These goblins don't seem to have noticed you yet. They are at the gate. They seem to be trying to fit, like arguing about a way to get through.
Many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I will actually let me describe the scene a bit better first. So you stand across this like rocky precipice. This cavern is massive. Like you feel like you could fit a city in here. It extends miles forward. You don't, it doesn't feel like the Underdark. Some of you are somewhat versed in the like knowledge of it. I think Elara and Kiva being elves, you know about the Underdark, you know about the Drow. Drow in my world aren't necessarily as all crazy scary evil as they are in Forgotten Realms and stuff. Same matriarchal society. The Lolthorn Drow are essentially just a religious overzealous cults that have quite a lot of influence in their society. But the Saladrin Drow, the kind of Elistry worshippers, would be generally the main okay people. They usually live deep in the deep forests where not much light gets in, or in the Underdark forests. They usually, as long as you don't fuck with them, will mind their own. They're and you know there is trade between the Elven kingdoms and the Drow kingdoms. The humans, not so much. They don't really fuck with humans, just based off stereotypes humans have perpetrated in the past, and that's kind of where that Drow are bad and kind of mindset has come from. It's due to ancient history, grudges, wars, in that regard. Now, as you kind of look down, as I said, it's green on the map. That is entirely because I have forgotten to upload the version. It's this purplish glow coming up from the deeps. Every now and again, you see dark shapes moving in it. I will need all of you, and I mean all of you, to make a wisdom saving throw right now, regardless of protections.
Oh. Wisdom saving.
You know what you get? DC is 16.
Oh no.
Race 7.
23.
I got a 19.
You're fine, yep.
Press charisma by accident, but 16.
16, you're fine, fine. Buddy's fine. Max, you got a nat 20. I did say you guys do have this. Actually, no, this isn't necessarily the same, so I'll allow the not disadvantage for that. You feel this intense feeling of fear towards this pit. You don't have the frightened conditions, but you can sense something very evil down there. And Lara, you specifically really feel that. Like this is a moment of panic, almost.
Okay, she spontaneously combusts and kills herself. Jesus.
When that wave of fear hits, I'm going to say because you failed to save, you likely make have an audible reaction.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the goblins. I'll check their passives. I'm going to say they don't notice you just yet.
She also got a 12 on her stealth, so I mean, she's
I'm going to say they haven't noticed you just yet because there's a group stealth and he's passed average DC. But if you try to move it all any further, the DC is going to be much higher.
And is this the only way?
I mean, I don't see any other way across other than this bridge, if you could even call it that.
Anyone have a fireball?
No, but I have something much more fun.
I believe I can do something along those lines if you wish to go guns blazing.
I'd love to lure them in and then.
Okay.
Are they the same ones that we killed earlier? I need to know.
You can tell, yeah, immediately. There's banners.
Okay.
So she'd be whispering to like Woody and Kiva, just like, are they the same ones?
They're worse. They're worse.
You see
They
the
have-
insignia on their top? That's the same one.
So what I'm going to do is, give me 2 seconds here. Just get Tarkin's sheet up. Oh, he's not saved as Tarkin, that's why. He's saved as a generic. He is just technically a Raven Knight cleric. That rhymed. So, he is going to cast a flame strike over at them, but it doesn't come from him. It comes from his bird. Now, where am I on the map? My map is not loading still. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, before we do anything like that, I'm just going to say we should really aim for this one. I think it's the only one with actual anything of range. The rest of them are going to have to come to us. I'm just going by the fact that the rest of them seem to be kind of like generic goblins and hobgoblins, while that looks like a druid to me.
With the hat.
Be careful. Druids can use wind to blow people places.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying we target that guy first. And Art is going to whisper that and explain that we target this guy first, and then take out everyone else, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Arcane, did you hear that?
I'm muted again, sorry. That was actually, I did mute. And when you do guys start rolling initiative, but Tarkin is going to drop the flame strike at that point. So, just get that open.
Not great.
Yeah, he drops a flame strike. That is my 5th level spell. So, that is going to do, not great. It's going to take 18 points of radiant damage each, as they both fail their saves, but there, and that's going to do that. Neither of them are dead, but this massive torrent of silver and black flames drops down on them. So, I'm going to start rolling initiatives myself. Character sheet, initiative. 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 Right. And then this guy. I should have had this done on the break. And then initiative. Actually, this goblin here immediately vaporized. This is a normal gobble. So, that I believe is everybody in except for Tarkin, which I will add in now. He is a big player, and we're probably going to need his help here. Is she open? Nope, it won't. Okay, I'll roll that manually there. So, we're just going to start now. Sorry about this, guys. My roll 20 doesn't want to play ball when it's a big combat like this. I don't have the API for group initiative, which I used to. So sword descending. 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna open the window. Very warm in my room. Okay. So, first up are the goblins there. The bodyguards are going to go. This first bodyguard is going to go, and he is going to fuck shit up. Not really, because he's very far away. So, which guy is that? It's this guy here. So, he, having seen that flame strike drop, he looks over from the direction from where the bird had fired it. And then he looks over. He does spot you guys. He's going to take an action. And he's actually going to form up into kind of a formation with these guys to try to block the bridge. So he's going to move up to here. And he's going to hold his action. If anything comes close, he's going to attack it. This is a goblin skirmisher. He's going to go next. These guys are very quick. So they have... yep, they can dash as a bonus action. So they're going to triple move. So action... bonus action movement to get to here. There. Chieftain is going to go. What's he going to do? I don't think as much. Cheethan is going to use. Legendary action shift. Yep, he's actually going to use his thing. He's going to move. Yeah, he's going to double move, get more further into the fight. So he's going to go 60 feet. He's going to get up to here. And Max, it's your turn.
Being out of range of everything in life
Pretty
ever,
much.
Max is just gonna start running in the general direction of goblins.
Yep.
To sort of, I can't remember where I'll put the arrow now. There somewhere.
That's no worries.
So
Yeah.
he'll run and dash and that's it for now.
Guy's going to triple move because he can. Okay. Get to here. He does have his ability to throw shit. So, Goblin Skirmisher is going to use his ranged javelin as he's running. That's an 18 to hit. The max.
Yes, it will hit.
Take 7 piercing. You didn't rage, you're going to take the full.
Yep.
And then he's going to use a skirmisher feature. So he can. Oh no, not within 5 feet. Never mind. So it can't use that. Alara, it's your turn.
Okay, so she'll probably stay where she is, but she has little firebolt, which is 120 feet. So
Yes.
this one here.
Roll to hit.
So we are going firebolt. A 15?
It's a hit. Oh, let me check. It's either 14 or 16. So
I got a boon.
it's a 14. You hit.
Aha. Burn.
So just roll your damage.
8 points of damage.
That's a solid hit. These guys aren't super healthy. So yeah, you hit him for 8 points and he takes it. Is that it for your turn?
She will move just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She'll move inwards away from the cliff. And that's it.
Okay. So in Tarkin's turn, he's going to move up to here. He's going to use his feature Command Raven. So he's going to have the Raven harry the goblin here. So I'm going to make a DC 15 Wisdom save or be distracted as the Raven moves in and starts harassing him. And if my thing will not shit the bed, that'll be great. Wisdom save, DC, blah. That's a fail, so Max, you'll have advantage on your attack against him if you go for him. That's his. That's the free action he can do once per turn, Tarkin. So he's going to then use a. Doesn't have great range. Yep, he's going to cast Get This Going, I suppose. He's going to summon a Spirit Guardian's aura around himself at 3rd level, which will do 9 damage to things that get caught in it. It is a necrotic aura. So you see around him a number of spectral ravens begin to glow and spin and form up in around a 20-foot radius. I'm going to draw an aura up. I don't think you guys can see it, but I'll be able to. Color. It's kind of that spectrally greeny kind of color. And it's circle. This is tiny. 15 foot. That is it for his turn. I don't think he can do anything else. Let me know if you can see that aura. If you can, grand. If you can't, doesn't make a difference. Next up is this goblin bodyguard. He's gonna just book it 60 feet. Actually, he's going to stay close to the chieftain, so he's just going to get to here. And nothing's in range. He's going to hold his action. Same with this guy over here. He's going to do his job. He's going to dash to get up to here. Arthur, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action dash to here. Okay, do I have line of sight on...
If you can see them on this map, you have line of sight. This is a flat enough plane.
Perfect. Longbow says 150/600.
You've disadvantage on the shot. Steady aim will give you... You can't steady aim because you've moved.
Okay, actually, sorry, I'm going to move one step closer, which I can because I had 50.
Are you about to break? Because everything
Sorry.
you said... Oh, okay, no.
Sorry, I didn't get the reference.
Linkin
I
Park,
apologize.
man.
I'm too tired.
I got a thumbs up.
Good. I'm glad you did. I'm not good with references to specific words and songs. I apologize. But I'm 160 feet away now, exactly.
Yep, you can roll.
So I'm going to shoot him with my longbow. That's not what I meant to hit. I meant
That's
to...
damage.
That's damage. That's very...
18.
Assumption of me. Actually, it'd only be 10. Oh, sorry, it'd only be 8 because
Yeah.
I wouldn't get sneak attack.
18 hits,
Um,
and he'll take 8 damage.
Yeah.
As the arrow sails through the void and catches him. So yeah. But
And that is my turn.
You might be muted, Paddy.
Gonna move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think that's right there. Is that right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. And then he's going to cast Gust of Wind in this direction.
Okay, how far does that go?
60 foot, 10 foot wide, just like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that now. I'll put it into the thing. So Buddy just starts hyperventilating, and then his breath out just slows down, but it just builds up a massive power. So a line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from me in the direction I choose for the spell's duration. It is up to 1 minute on concentration. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet from me in the direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. When moving closer to me, the gust disperses gas or vapor, extinguishes candles, and flames.
Is it a strength or dex save?
It's a strength save.
Pretty shit, dudes. 4, so he fails, but 15 feet doesn't exactly push him off the edge.
Not yet.
Not yet. Man's about here. He's teetering. I'm just gonna hear some. He's on it. He's still on the thing. This guy is also gonna fail. He's got to here. He's pushed to here. Doesn't count as force movement, so no opportunity attacks.
So
Is that it for your turn?
that is it. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Up next is this Goblin Bodyguard. He is gonna bust case. We get to here. It's gonna form kind of like a protect the president kind of circle around this guy. And next up is this normal goblin. It's a range on a short bow, like 60 feet, I think. So I can't really get into range. Up to here. And a dash another 30 foot, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna get to here. That's his turn. Kiva.
I am going to move as far as I can move, which I just measured and immediately forgot. So there. And then I'm going to use my short bow for now on this guy here.
You can certainly aim at him, yeah. Now, or are you shooting through the wind?
I thought the buddy's wind.
Yeah, is the gust of wind still active?
Oh yeah,
It is. Yeah.
I'm gonna say
Oh.
that's gonna throw any shots you shoot through it off trajectory.
Well, look, I only got 10 anyway, so I wasn't really
Yeah.
going to hit
But
anybody.
that's why it missed then. You
Yeah.
fire through it, it just kind of the wind catches it and sends it spinning out into the abyss.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, next is the Goblin Shaman. Does he have anything he can use from this range? Oh, Sword goes 150 feet. Okay. No, that'll focus on teammates. Huh. Not really. He's going to move 60 feet. That's his turn. Back with stop the turn order. Oh, yeah, this guy here. There I go, 60 feet to here. It's his turn. This guy's on the edge there now. So he was getting blown by the wind. He is kind of copped to the direction of the wind. He can't go straight through or else he'll be pushed 15 feet back off. So he's going to go be
Well,
smart about it.
to be fair, from the reading of it, I'll just read it again, Carrick, just for a second. So each
Yep.
creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed in its turn saving throw or be pushed, right? But then any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves when moving closer to me. So I'm assuming that means they can actually move. I don't know what way you want to interpret it.
They can move through it, yeah.
At half speed, essentially.
Well,
And
you can
then
also just run alongside it.
on my next turn, I'll just blow them off anyway.
Yeah,
Well,
he's not. Look,
bad
he's not
choice of
that.
words.
He's smart. He's not that smart. He's gonna go around the side of it. He's like, the wind stops here, and he's gonna kind of come to here. And he's gonna fire this at you, buddy, because he didn't like that. He didn't like being blown. It's a 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
You take 7 points piercing damage.
7 points. And I'll have to roll for concentration, won't I?
You do. That's
Yeah.
less than 10, so this DC is 10.
DC is 10. And I have advantage because I have Warcaster.
You do.
So, here we go.
I always forget concentration. That is something I'm terrible at remembering. Funny the ADHD guy forgets to do concentration saves, right?
He.
Oh, man.
The irony.
Failed it. That's gone.
Oh, your wind is gone.
Do you know what? I'm going to use my inspiration because I really want
You
to
are
keep that
more than
going.
welcome to.
Yeah. Here we go again. Concentration. Come on, you do it. Yeah. That's a 19.
Cool. That is a save. At the end of his turn, before the Goblin Chieftain's turn, he's going to use a legendary action. He's going to use his shift legendary action, which allows him to move up to his full speed without provoking opportunity attacks. It's going to happen to here. I'm going to move to here. Yep, 40 feet. And then he is going to, on his turn, the wind is still there. That's 40 feet, so it'll be 20 to there, and it's 30, 40. Then we get to here. He starts his turn there. He's not 15 feet, but he has a plan. He's going to bonus action dash. He's going to go 50, 60 to max. He's going to take a swing. His multi-attack. Yep, multi-attack. And then he's going to scimitar. 21 to hit.
Hits.
Misses, so he's going to do 7 points of slashing damage. You're not yet raging, so you take the full effect. He also gets... Are you in 5 foot of an ally? No, you're not. What products? No, you can't do that on his turn. So that is it with his turn. So, yep, Max, you're up.
Well, the obvious thing to do would be to get a little bit miffed. Not too impressed at getting slashed by Mr. Goblin. So, fire up the rage.
Okay.
And he will. He's gonna just roll that d4 because that's the thing that he needs to roll to determine his special ability. Yes, that's a 1. So there's no immediate after rage. So yeah, okay. The only immediate thing you might notice is that his grip on his battle axe, his hand almost turns rock-like in appearance. But that's kind of all you really notice at the moment. And he's going to swing at Goblin in front of him with said battle axe. That's an 11. That's an 11, which isn't very good.
Complete swing and a miss.
That's. Oh no, I should have done that before.
Boom wouldn't make a difference as well, just to make you aware.
Yeah, no, I should because it's in here. Could have done reckless, but it's all right. Don't worry.
Do you need to call it out before you use it?
I know. Yeah. I knew.
Also, if you'd shimmied around him, which is what I'm going to do, you could have got advantage.
Yeah, it's true. He's too angry.
I'll do the shimmies.
You do shimmies. That's probably. I'll leave it at that. He's too angry to do anything else.
He's going to take another legendary action to make an attack on yourself. So as you miss, he's going to try to stab you. 23.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 points of slashing, and then he's also going to use his sly command.
So that's
which
1. Because I'm now raging.
Yeah, it's 1. So he's going to use a sly command to command this goblin to move.
Now, Carrick.
Yes?
Can I argue that he was in the wind on the last turn?
This isn't this guy's turn.
Okay, fair enough.
So it's a legendary action that allows him to make things move. So
just said I chance my arm.
No, you're grand. I fully get that. He's going to move to his full speed to here. That's its turn. But it is now this Goblin Skirmisher's turn. Because of that action, he is going to then, and he will get advantage because he's going to make a attack with his javelin melee with advantage because he's flanking. 16 to hit. 17
does
right?
not hit.
Misses, yeah. He's going to then take the disengage, nimble escape. And he's going to move because he uses his movement as a reaction. It doesn't count as his movement on his turn. He's going to move 30 feet away. Back out to here. That's his turn. Alara, you're up.
Okay, so what she will do is move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move to here. Get that little shit of a guy that's trying to run away.
Oh, he's not trying to run away. He's repositioning.
He's running away.
Skirmishers are annoying because you can't opportunity attack them. Say, run in, hit you, run away. Run in, hit you, run away.
And she will...
But you guys came up against skirmishers before the time Alara almost died?
Yeah. She'll do another little fireball to see if this hits. 15.
Yeah, it hits.
6.
It's exactly the amount of damage you needed as you light this guy up. Alara, kill count of 4, please.
But these are bad guys, so they don't count.
They still go on the counter, but yeah.
No.
He bursts into flames. He is dead as a doorknob.
And that's it.
It's his turn. Tharkin's going to go. So he is pissed. Does not like goblins, particularly. He is going to move to here. Gonna get this guy into a Spirit Guardian's aura, so this guy's now in the aura. He's gonna need like a Wisdom save, which what is Darkin's save DC? I'm pretty sure it's high. Darkin is a tank like. DC. Let's put Spirit Guardians in. $17, so he needs to make a DC 17 Wisdom save. Okay. Chieftain is Ganite. Wisdom save. Not 20. So he doesn't take, he takes half damage from that, which is 9 down to 8, 8 down to 4. His movement speed is halved. Why? Oh, 71 down to 4. Well, no. We should be at. Nice one. Okay. So that is not it for Tarkin's turn, though, as that's just an effect because he has concentrating on that spell. What he is going to do is, now that this thing has taken damage, he's going to cast Toll the Dead. So he's going to make another Wisdom save. Love fighting myself. So nat 1. Swings and roundabouts. So let's take 3d12 points of damage. $17. Okay, Tarkin has tolled this guy's bell, which sounds crazy now that I say it out loud, but okay. That is it for his turn. Next was the bodyguards. They're gonna start running. To here, and they're gonna start throwing stuff. Okay. And then that one's gonna go as well. I'm just gonna move him. I'm just gonna move them up the same time because they're all on the same turn order nearly, except for them two. So these two are gonna start throwing stuff.
Yeah. If Alara thing was thrown, I don't know if it was.
No, you're fine. They actually don't know yet. So I'm just rolling anyways, unless they get a nat 20. It's probably not going to sail through. Both are blown off the edge. Now they know. And it would be Arthur's turn. This guy is going to use his last legendary action. Was it his last? Yeah, it is his last legendary action to make another scimitar attack at max. That's a nat 20 max. I believe that hits you.
Would you believe me if I said no?
No, I wouldn't. That's going to do 10 points damage down to 5, and you are going to get a... can I just get a D100 off you, please?
Yeah. Go on then.
What'd you get?
55.
55. Alright. He attempts to disarm you, so I'm going to need a strength saving throw, please. DC, I'm going to set at 16. Against his... he uses Dex, so he's going to roll Dex.
Oh, got advantage.
Actually, sorry, not a set. It's a check, so it's a...
Oh, check. So...
Yeah, so it's a contested roll, so 21 versus 15.
Yeah, 15. Take 15 then.
Unfortunately, he does knock the axe out of your hands. Just give me 1 second. We're going to roll a d8. So we're going to go 1. Arthur's 2. 3. Tarkin's 4. He himself is 5. 6 is below Tarkin. 7 is below Max. 8 is below him. So if it gets rolled into 3, the wind might catch the axe.
Holy shit.
1, so that goes right behind you. Now, are you using the axe that you got from the dwarf?
Yes, because...
Just be aware, just a reminder that there's an extra d4 damage against goblins.
I was going to say, it does, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So, yeah, no, it lands directly...
But
it lands up to the corner behind you. Sorry, yeah, I just remembered there now. It's in my notes as I was looking down. It's going to do land behind you, kind of between Tarkin and Arthur, as it is knocked from your hands. You kind of try bring the axe up to block his strike, and he just forces it down with surprising strength for a goblin, and then just slips your grip and he kicks it. That's his legendary action. So Arthur, it is your turn. Looking at nat 20 on a legendary action, it's like a whole extra thing.
I am going to shimmy to here, and Staff limited.
He entered the wind. Does that do anything, buddy? Are you muted?
It depends on what way you want to do it, but it does say in the thing that each creature that starts its turn in a line must succeed on a strength saving throw.
You're not starting your turn, you're just moving into it. Okay, fair.
Yeah, and then I'm going to move back out.
Yep.
That would be double movement, not to be a dick, but
No, if he's if he's going into
on the way
wind,
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, if
so
he
it's
if he
5.
goes back like that, then
Yeah.
yeah, double movement. If he's going like that, I'd almost say it's half movement.
Hmm.
Which makes sense, right?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, you want to roll your attack?
Yep. Davy. That is a 22.
That hits. Oh, yeah, it hits.
With 15 piercing.
I'll do some damage. Yeah. You're still
He's still
fine.
fucking standing.
Goblin Chieftain, buddy.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay, buddy. If that, oh sorry, Arthur, it's not your end of your
And
turn.
then I'm going to shimmy out.
Shimmy, yeah. Okay, yeah. If that's it, then it's buddy. Buddy, you might be muted again. You're copying me now.
Never get used to pressing that bloody button.
Yeah.
Apologies. And
Does your gust of wind move with you, or?
yeah, well, I can use bonus action to change the direction of it for myself.
Okay, so it stays where it is there. So yeah.
If I can, so bonus action then, let me see, 60 foot.
Yep, that works.
So,
You'll get those two when they start their turn.
hopefully I'll get the 3 of them. And
Oh,
that's my bonus action. And then, as an action, I'm going
Druids
to
get all the best bonus actions.
use a cantrip, which is just produce flame and fling it at. I'll fling it at the chieftain here, just to
Yeah,
give him something to eat on. 23 to hit,
hits.
and 2 fire damage.
It seems mostly fine.
Cool beans. That's me.
Okay, buddy, you're up. Buddy, you're not up. Goblin bodyguards up, which is this guy here. He's gonna run to here. Can he? Yeah, he can with the javelin. He might be able. He would have to go through the wind. And they've seen that happening. He's gonna action dash. So he gets to here, and then it becomes double movement. So it's gonna be 15, 25. Can't really get into that feat one, so he's gonna get to here. He doesn't know he'll be blown necessarily, so yeah, he gets to here. Normal goblin, 30 feet up. And then dash for another 30, so he's going to go 5, 15, 25. He can't really go any further. Gets to there. Stevie, you're up.
Who's gonna run up to this guy?
Yep.
And she's gonna hit him with her spider staff, hopefully.
Yep, roll to hit.
And a
Hits.
23.
For
Hit.
set 11 points,
11.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna try and use my topple feature for the first time ever.
Roll it, yeah. strength save,
He has
isn't
to
it?
make a constitution saving
con
throw
save.
or fall prone. DC
Interesting that idea.
12.
Con save for that, but yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. No, that's I
No,
copied that
so
from
it
the
says
thing you
what
sent.
he's going to use. He's going to use a legendary resistance on that. He has
Bastard.
1 a day, so
Well, I'm still gonna smack him one anyway.
as far as
anyway,
as
I'm
far as
like,
he's aware, prone is a death sentence, so he's going to try his best to avoid that.
unarmed strike 15.
Misses.
How much do I need? Because I have a
You
boon.
need a 16.
Okay, I will use a boon. So yeah,
Yeah.
5
Yeah, it's
bludgeoning.
like 5 more. You have your bonus action. You doing anything with that as a monk?
Yeah, I was just going to say, if he's still up, I'm going to use one of my key points to have another smack at him.
Or yeah, just one, or you're gonna flurry of blows for 2.
Oh yes, sorry, very blows for 2.
Yep.
Still learning this.
No, you're grand. That's why I'm pointing it out.
Don't
I wouldn't normally tell you what
Oh
the player card.
shite!
8
8
misses.
is not gonna hit,
Nope.
and
20 hits
20.
for 8. Okay, he is looking rough.
If I've already tried to topple with my thing, can I not try
You
and
can do it
topple
on
with...
every. You can do it on every attack.
Okay, well then I will try and do it with my unarmed strike.
Which it's specifically your quarterstaff though. So it's
Um.
any attack with your quarterstaff is the topple feature.
Oh, I thought it was also unarmed as well.
Does it specify unarmed?
I don't know. I think I took that from the info you gave me, but I don't know what I've done. with it.
I saw V-Boy shaking his head there. I know he knows what the story is.
No?
with the
Alright,
Warlord.
good man.
No, sorry, but no. For me, it's only on the battle axe that I've got
Cool.
topple.
That's probably a 2024 monk class feature. Not
Could be, yeah.
So I'm gonna make the rule in here that it's specifically with the staff.
Grant. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, just for expediency. We can
yeah, no
revisit
worries.
that if I'm wrong in future. I'm happy
Yeah.
to. But
No
yeah,
problem. That's me then.
It's probably
Go,
worth
Shannon.
checking because
Oh yeah, definitely.
monks use their
Yeah.
fists a lot, so
I'll have a check while we're...
Yeah, just to keep things moving along. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah.
And there, look, he's not doing too great, anyways.
Cool.
Shaman. He's gonna do a thing.
I don't like when they do things.
No, he doesn't have great things to do though. Okay, Paddy, you're being an annoyance. He the druid in him recognizes the druid in you. So I'm gonna need a DC 12 deck save, please. Actually, I'm gonna need DC 12 deck save. No, he's gonna position that so it doesn't hit his boss. So here, yeah, just Paddy. You succeed. You're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. I need you to make your concentration check, please.
You're muted, Paddy.
Muted again, bud.
I keep pressing that bloody button. 7 points. What was I? There
Same
we go.
erupting earth, so just the rocks just explode underneath you.
Nice. And then Constitution at advantage because of Warcaster.
Warcaster, beat a 10.
19. Lovely.
Yeah, you're fine. You maintain your concentration. He was just trying to break it. And that is the end of the turn order. I think that's a good time where we'll end it for today. We're going to pick this up in 2 weeks just because I'm conscious of early risers here in the party and people with headaches because of the heat and stuff. So I don't want to be dragging these on for much longer because combat's nearly finished. But, we'll pick it up at the start of next session.
Woo.
Or no, could be tricky.
No problem.
There could be more things coming. You don't know.
Need to get Alara's kill count up anyway.
We did. We got it up by what? How many? We had a two
Two.
today. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Getting worse.
Eventually, we'll need an innocents killed count. So far, it's all been bad people, but like
Yeah, well,
eventually
that's
Alara's gonna kill.
we'll burn that bridge when we cross it.
Yeah.
Well, Alara will burn that bridge when she crosses it. Apparently.
She'll burn all the bridges.
with all the people on it.
God.
But,
On that note,
Yeah, on that note, guys, do tune in on Thursday for Rebirth. That I'm sorry, Dave, if you're still in chat. I did not mean to forget that it was this Thursday. I just genuinely thought it was next Thursday. But do tune in for that there. And then obviously on the Friday, make sure you show Shane some support there in chat. It's great to have him GMing on the channel. And yeah, check out the podcast. I think episode 15, I was corrected in chat, goes live tomorrow. So give that a listen if you have the time. And yeah, stay awesome, guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you for all the support. Massive thank you to Becca again. Thank you for Kate for teching. Tip the Technomancer button is down there if you are feeling generous. I think we always appreciate they all go directly to Kate or Craig if he's teching. I think they send it to him. But it all goes directly to whoever's Technomancing. Nobody in the EC beyond that touches that pool. It's essentially just a thank you to keeping us on the air. Helps, if something goes wrong with the tech side, obviously the EC will try help, but that's an extra one to help that. Or, for example, Kate just wants a coffee. Be nice to Kate. But, exactly. But we'll see you guys in 3 days with Rebirth. I won't, but some of these people will.
Bye, everybody.